Ooh, purdy. We're live, folks.
Sweet.
Back with the Artist Collective here on Predators Rejects YouTube channel. Not Twitch. What? We're anti-Twitch tonight. We love Twitch, just anti-Twitch tonight. These lovely people you see above my head are, well, yes, we call them the Artist Collective. They're artists. They do things with colors and drawings and paint.
Colors.
And miniatures. Like the 40-year-old virgin, you know, where they do that little stuff. Yeah, that's what they do. Okay. They're pretty good at it. Better than me, at least.
Stranger Things.
Okay. Lots of stuff. Oh, folks, yep. We are here. We're ready to play some D&D. Like I said, I'm duff563. DM for this crazy group back from week off. And we'll be sporadic a little bit going forward, which we need to talk about here in a second with the group so we can plan the rest of the year. Because there'll be a few days that we're going to be off, so we kind of know all those, the schedule and have it all laid out. But anyway, we're here, like I said, Lost Mines of Phandelver with the group. We're going to do our introductions here. We start from right, left, right, one of those ways. And we start with Ella. Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, your real name, where they can find you, all the social media kind of stuff, what you do, and about your character too. Please start.
All right, I am Taryn. You can find me on the internet as Tea Time with Taryn on all of the social media platforms. My website is teatimewithtaryn.ca. I'm a watercolor artist, and today I am playing a half-elf ranger. Her name is Ella, and yeah, that's my story.
There you go. Gerda.
Hello. I'm Doodle or Doodlemander. I go by Doodlemander online, Instagram, Twitch, all that good stuff. I'm a digital artist, comics, illustration, all kinds of fun stuff. Today I'm playing Gerda, and Gerda is a human cleric who likes long walks on the beach and is looking for a nice gentleman to settle down with someday, but in the meantime, she adventures with her friends and does some healing on occasion and knitting when, you know, her companions leave her behind, but it's fine. She loves them all.
Sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Pasquale.
I am Lynn of Metalhead Minis. You can find me and all of my social media links and subscriptions on metalheadminis.com. I am playing a dragonborn rogue, and his name is Pasquale, but you can call him Pat or Late for Dinner. That's, I guess, okay too. I do miniature painting. I also can do crocheting and sewing and face charting kind of makeup, and I do all kinds of fun stuff. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And now here's Margaret with the weather.
Scorn.
My cats love to fight. And I appreciate long trips up and down the makeup aisle. Hey, get out.
Oh my god. Scorn, you're up next.
All right, my name is Mike, and you can find me at Art of Mike Disney on everything social media wise. And I am playing Scarm Wolfmaster, who is a fighter. He is a dwarf, and he's just an all around good guy. Loves to drink, and loves to get down.
There you go. And Zaz.
Hello, can you hear me? I'm Zach, known as Dungeon Master online. I make battle maps for D&D, and I play Zaz, the paladin pirate. I'm also looking for suitors for Gerda. If you know anyone, if you think you're the right fit, come find me in the seediest tavern of rejects.
Oh my god. Oh wow.
Sharpens his knife. I just want to talk.
That's our group here, folks. Yeah. It's a lucky group. But real quick on scheduling wise. So, if you're new to the channel, you can go to predatorsrejects.com, www.predatorsrejects.com. Check out our schedule page that shows all our streaming shows that are either here on YouTube or over on Twitch. We have several non-stream shows that will stream, record, and then we edit and we put here on YouTube. That being our East Texas University Savage Worlds game that trying to play every couple of weeks, and then we post. We have a podcast now on Anchor.fm, or you can find it on Apple Podcast or on Spotify. Just look up Praetor's Rejects, Rhyme of the Frost Maiden, with our DM Loco is doing that show. And then, like I said, the rest of the stuff is we stream 6 nights a week. Now, for this group, however, real quick on our scheduling, we play next week, night before Thanksgiving.
I'm
Do we have
fine
anything
with
going on?
that. Are
Because I'm
you?
good. Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. All right. So we'll be streaming next week.
24th?
The 24th. Senior.
Yep, I should be available.
Okay. So we will play Wednesday night. That works for me. The rest of the month, we have the metalheads are off December the 15th. They say they're out of town working. Bullshit. But they just want to play with us. But they do. So they got to work. So we will probably do a one shot unless y'all just want the night off. Then we have the 22nd, which I'm assuming, unless y'all want to play, we can play. But that week between Christmas and New Year's, that whole week, I've told the channel to go dark. So you can mark the 29th as your day off. Okay?
Alrighty.
Okay.
So you know.
And I will not be here the 5th or 12th of January. Just so we're aware.
What the hell, man? Okay. Send me a...
You have a limited amount of sick days, Gerda.
oh, yeah. What are you talking about, man?
Fine, Gerda quits. She's burning the cafeteria down. She's out of here.
Send me a reminder in the Discord channel, would you?
Yeah, I will.
Just so that I know for certain we're missing you. And then, we'll deal with it, whatever. Yeah. So only planned day off will be, unless y'all really the 15th, since we know we're missing 2, the rest of y'all, if any of y'all, either the last of you 3 are not feeling it or whatever, then we'll hold. But as of now, we'll move forward. And then, like I said, the week between Christmas and New Year's, the channel will be completely dark for streaming. Now we'll be here on YouTube playing games. We're going to try to ramp up Jackbox. There's a group of several of us are playing War Thunder. And so we'll get in our tanks and drive around and blow things up. We've got some Among Us trying to happen, some Phasmophobia, and whatever else we can come up with. We're going to stream just kind of sporadically throughout that whole week. And I think Seth is also going to take over a couple of nights on Twitch, because he streams Magic the Gathering a lot, and he wants to have access to the channel. So I said, knock yourself out. If you want it, it's yours. So, that's the plan. There won't be really any official games run that whole week. That being said, that's Doodles. Okay. I just saw it pop up. I said, what now? Who remembers what happened 2 weeks ago?
I'm in the
2
shower.
weeks ago.
We killed
Thanks.
gobbies.
Anybody want to go there? Dead quiet, folks. Crickets. You can hear crickets in China right now.
Zaz was in the shower. I do remember that.
So you made your way to Phandalin. You started meeting some of the town folk.
Right.
You had Barthen's Provisions House, Elmar, who has your wagon and was happy about some of the supplies you brought, and told y'all to head on down to the Stonehill Inn with Sildar to check in with Tobin Stonehill, and you got some rooms and some grub. Y'all met their son, if you remember, the 4-year-old that was upset about not being able to hang out with y'all. You then
with the boogers hanging out.
That's right, exactly. Sildar then made his way down the next morning to meet with the town master while y'all went to talk to Lenine Greywind of the Lion Shield Coster. And finding out that she was happy that you brought some supplies and that y'all have, told them that where you think the rest of them are at. And they let you know they would get those goods back, that you would get paid 50 gold to the group for helping to bring those goods all back somehow.
That's
Because
right.
they sure could use it.
That's right.
I think Gerda even tried to go up and check in with the Shrine of Luck, and Sister Goreli lives there, but unfortunately she doesn't seem to be home at the time. Other than the typical noises and things you hear, you started hearing some info or something strange about somebody called Redbrands. And possible there was a death
Yes.
in town with the woodcutter and his family. And as the group was I believe that Ella and Pasquale were in their rooms. Skarn and Gerda were had gone to, right?
Yep.
I think you're the one.
Yep.
Yeah, Skarn and Gerda were coming back from the Lion Shield Coster, if I remember
That's
correctly.
right.
For some reason, somehow, a goblin wanted to take a shower. And so the goblin was out back
Hey.
where the shower is at, in his birthday suit, and taking a shower when he heard
In his
some slurred voices outside mocking what they thought they couldn't have been a goblin showering. Who said goblin shower? Come here, sweetie. And when Zaz poked his head out from the little shower area, these two ruffian dudes that had red sashes kind of wrapped around their waist were drawing their swords and were coming up to the shower area. And that is where we left off, I believe. And someone has a hairy cat attacking them.
That's
I
Toast.
love it. I love
That's
it.
our youngest.
Yeah, mine totally get it.
The
Anybody
youngster.
want to add to that? Does that sound about right?
It does
Yeah,
sound
I
right.
remember I was in the room and I was going through and like basically freshening up, going through my inventory, making sure that I had enough of everything for the next leg of the excursion or adventure, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. Yep.
The only
I
one
remember I was
preparing.
doing that. Yeah, right. Well, everybody else is like being stinky in the shower and
None of else is taking a shower yet. Actually, the goblin is the only one that decided to clean himself, which is surprising. Okay.
I was
Or
He's a
freshening up.
paladin.
Dear.
He was using my shower.
That shower is outside in the back of the building.
Yep. Goblins if you're gonna stay clean, they have a natural
Oh,
funk
that's
about
right,
'em.
because you had to. That's right, I forgot. Yeah, you had to go to this separate place because of that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, this doesn't have indoor. There's not indoor plumbing here, folks. Okay, so they have the old timey, shower head and hot bucket, up above, and you pour water in, and you got an outhouse loo, that kind of stuff. This ain't no modern living here.
So-
okay.
So Skarn and I went to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what we did there though.
You met
Did we get
Lenine.
anything? Okay.
Yeah, she had a couple like some arrows and a few small minor things that you could pick up because her shop, was running on empty almost because of the supplies being waylaid for some time. But she was laid it out there that, helping bring back the supplies. And the same thing with Harbin is that, they're willing to put 50 gold up to if you can bring the supplies back. Now, when y'all were doing that, Sildar came busting out also from the town master hall. I believe, I think he's had issues with Harbin. I can't remember if I went there or not. But we'll say that just in case that as Skarn and Gerda were coming back through the town center area, Sildar came out and was yelling curse, not curse words, but you just wait. I'm once my documentation gets here, we will see who's in charge, sir. Bide your time. What I'm seeing here is unacceptable. And I don't know what's going on, and I will find my friend. Also, yeah, because remember, he is also looking for a friend of his, Sildar is, and that no, I'm already going to remember the forget the damn name already. Hold on. That he's looking for Ilarno Albrecht, who he told y'all was a wizard that had been sent here a month or so ago from the Lord's Alliance, who Sildar's a member of, and he has disappeared. And
is that the dwarf, or is this...
No. So the dwarfs are the Rockseeker brothers. Gundren was who he was traveling with, and Gundren, they were waylaid in the road, and they were bound and dragged, and burlap sacked and dragged together. But then he thought that Gundren would be somewhere in the cave with him, and he is not. But only thing that Sildar could relate to you was that he heard the goblins over they were talking broken common about someone or something called the Black Spider wanted the dwarf. And that rings, when he says that, I don't believe any of y'all have ever heard of anything or anyone called the Black Spider. So Gundren's not around. And when y'all came into town, because he was supposed to meet his brothers here, finding out that his brothers are not even here either. They had returned up to the mountain, leaving word that once Gundren got here is that he knew where to go and that they would be waiting for him. And they're looking for something called the Wave Echo Cave. And he had a map for it. And that map was missing. So, a lot of information. And we pick up the action as the goblin has got, because
he's getting attacked.
He's got two baddies. 1 second. It is not good. Redbrand ruffians. There were two of them. And you kind of two and two together because this big red sash is...
Your sons don't want to let up.
So, Zaz, one moment. Zaz is dealing with his hairy familiar.
The boys are always fighting. Because one's
my two boys are also
younger than the other. Yeah. It's like Toast is always like the annoying little brother. Always wants to do what the older brother's doing, but always is up his ass. So Ollie's always like, leave me alone.
So while we're waiting for Zaz to get back, I've got Gerda and Skarn just ambling their way toward back to the Stonehill Inn. When you've got Sildar, like I said, came barging out of the town master's hall, and look like he's got himself in a little tizzy. And he's kind of muttering under his breath as he's walking back. Somebody's telling me what to do. I'll show him what this is impossible. Lord's Alliance will not let this stand. He kind of looks at the two of y'all. It may be morning still, but I need a drink. Care to join me?
I'll join you in that drink.
A day drinker.
Gerda, you imbibe in the morning?
Do I look like I don't drink in the morning?
We don't assume anything. Every time I assume, I get yelled at by my players. So
Gerda's gonna have a drink. Don't worry about it.
So okay, so y'all are gonna ambling your way back toward the Stonehill Inn. Zaz, you've got problems. You're in your you're in your birthday suit, baby. Your stuff,
Pick up
I'm
the
assuming, is bucket, or they're pouring some water, a little, a boy, basically one of the boy servants, maybe a younger teenager or something, or man, is basically bringing some hot water out and pouring it up in the bucket, the tub above that then, showers down on top of you. Something like that. But your skivvies and your whatever, your sword, your weapons and all that, I'm assuming are going to be outside the area, sitting in a chair. They might have a little waiting area that's curtained off, and you got these two definitely slurring their words, look like they've been drinking. Probably, even if you can get upwind from them, they probably smell worse than you ever did for some reason. And they're not real happy. They're looking for some harm. Why don't we roll initiative for everybody, please?
But I finish it.
Roll me some initiative. We won't do right now. We'll just stay in order until.
Did I do that right? Sweet.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. So what I will need you to do, though, Zaz, is go to your inventory tab, please.
Yep.
On your character sheet.
Yep.
And where it says breastplate.
Oh, this again.
On the right-hand side, change that brown symbol to carried to the sack. There you go. That's going to drop your AC. Okay, because at the moment you do not have your breastplate on. And
you all naked and stuff.
Yeah. So.
And I don't have the shield either, so I'll do that.
Yep. Would you please? Yep. Do that for uncarry. There you go. Thank you, sir. Now we start off with Pat. You are upstairs in your room.
Yes.
Perception check, please.
Yes, sir.
Por favorzies.
Man, she doesn't say yes.
I know. I keep forgetting. Man, shut your face. You don't know. You don't know. Okay. Wait a minute. I'm not saying that there. Oh, a perception. There it is. Haha. I knew that.
Oh, my Lord.
10. Your candy corn's making a lot of friggin' noise.
Do you want to use inspiration to roll that? That's not going to help anything.
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Why not? I'll do it.
I'm looking for a little bit higher roll. And Pat do it.
Okay. Wait.
Naked gobbo.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. So it just so happens that your room has a window that's on the corner, and you see these two individuals. You just happen, for whatever reason, to be looking down in the backyard area. Can't see the shower area, but you can see that these two individuals have pulled their swords out. And you do remember that the goblin, maybe he's back. I don't know if you would know that the goblin was taking a shower or not. I don't believe that the Zaz said anything to anybody about bathing, which you probably wouldn't have believed anyway.
So what you're saying
They're like, man, you lying.
The goblin is showering, and the two infiltrators walk up on them and pull their swords out. Okay.
But she's watching. She sees at least these two individuals down there that have pulled their swords and definitely have gotten malintent or something. Do you care?
Well, yeah, because I mean, he's part of the party. I
I don't know if you know the goblins down there. That's my point.
Oh,
they're after goblin bits. Weirdos.
Yeah. My question is, would Pat give a damn about seeing two individuals down there?
Good question. I'd
Make
probably
me another insight check. Make me an insight check,
okay. I
please.
keep grabbing for that other. You said insight?
Insight. Yep.
Oh, that's perception.
We'll let the dice do some decision making here.
Oh wait, I hit the wrong. Okay.
No, that's perception.
Nope.
No, I need insight.
Hold on. Yeah, I just realized.
You don't want that
hit
roll.
the wrong one. I didn't want that one either.
15.
Uh,
I was on a 15 on my screen. There just all of a sudden was an 8.
I know. Well, Pat, I'm not so certain you know anything's happening down there other than. Yeah.
We ain't found shit.
Oh. Yeah, if the roll had been higher, then I would have given you that you would have remembered all of a sudden that those guys have got these Redbrand sashes and they're messing with stuff and all that. But unfortunately, you're not going to be much help right now. So we moved to Skarn, who is in the front room. Same thing with Gerda, and they're going to be sitting in the room asking for an early, a mid-morning toddy. Ella? Perception check, please.
Okay.
Do you have a same facing room?
What
We're
happened?
trying to
Hold
see
on.
if Zaz is going to get any help here. Zaz rolled poorly. He's at the bottom of the order.
Zaz is gonna
Well-
have to act crazy and run around swinging your nuts or something, because
Well,
you're just out on a wing and a
Zaz is
prayer. Right
dead.
there.
Ella, I don't believe that that's a good roll. Is there anything
That's
that you...
well.
Did you want to use your inspiration to re-roll that?
Sure, let's do that. So just
Sounds like a
untick
game show
inspiration
host
and
when
roll
he asks
again.
that.
That's exactly right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. You have a facing room over there, and you can see
Awesome.
these men moving through the courtyard. So I need an insight check from you,
All right.
please.
Let's hope you do better than I do.
Oh.
Oh no.
They're just coming to help me. They're like, yeah. No.
Unfortunately, Ella, I don't think a 1 is going to do anything. You two have decided, well, no spidey tingling senses go off. So unfortunately,
What?
what?
So Ella can talk to animals. So does Ella maybe see a bird flying by that she can be like, "Hey, do you know anything about these men?"
If you would have gotten a higher roll on your insight, that's what that was for. The insight roll was to try to let you determine if you would to see any mal. You could see that these guys got their swords drawn and looking mean, but was there anything of real danger? And apparently you just woke up because of 1. You may just have sleepies in your eyes still too. Okay. Okay. That's the problem. Oh, look at that. I got hot chocolate. Yay.
Aw.
Ooh.
Yay, hot
She's a
chocolate.
Thanks, wife.
Zaz is about to die.
Yeah, exactly. Cheers. Okay. Well, Zaz, they are going to they basically have got, they've come walking up as you're opening the door, and they're kind of pointing and making funny jokes and saying things about the little goblin and all that. But luckily, the thing that you have on your side for the moment is they're going to get to pop you before see if you are nimbly able to get to your weapon in time. They are very inebriated, and that means that they come here.
Might as well
Have-
be naked too.
Yeah, they may actually see 2 or 3 of you actually sitting in the door there, and
They're outnumbered.
Let's keep this PG-13.
yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's like I said. And so when they draw their weapons, they come at you. I'm gonna have a little fun with the goblin man, little shardy, and they will try to swing at you. Oh, one. Uh-oh. Didn't think one was gonna get through. Oh, one gets you, and the other one swings too. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Zaz is getting popped. All right, Zaz, as they try to poke and swing at you because clearly they are goblin haters. You are within range of your weapons, but you're going to have to let's see. Now, goblins, if I remember correctly, you're nimble and you've got, yes. Okay. So,
Wait, hold on a second. Nobody's ever told me anything about the chat being sensitive all caps, and now I can't even participate in the chat. So I don't know. if that
Metalhead
needs to be
Minis
fixed
was
or whatever.
timed out. Oh, did you really? Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, because I was
That's
doing
all
a
cap
joke
protections.
from an
Oh, hell, I'll turn
from
that
a
off.
line
Hold on.
from a movie.
Hold on. Chat. Let's see. Subscribers. Tips members. Huh. Spam filter. Let me turn those on. Oh, yeah. Cap is turned off. All righty. One
Use
second.
your goblin measure.
I turned it off, but it may still have you. I don't know what the command is to untime out somebody in 30 seconds, 300 seconds. What's 5 minutes, right?
I have
300
no
seconds?
idea. Just nobody told me that there were restrictions. So.
Well, you found out. Thank you for letting us know that there are restrictions on our own channel. Wound damage. So, Zaz, I need a acrobatics check from you with advantage.
Can do. And am I supposed to be looking at?
Can't hear you. I can hear you talking through lens.
Just kidding.
There you go.
Am I supposed to be looking at a map as well? By the way. Okay.
No,
okay,
this is just the backside of the deal, but they're in the combat tracker, so make sure you got your combat tracker open because you've got two ruffians there. Okay, that's fine, well enough that these two, they will, looking at their dex checks, but they're at disadvantage, and they will do, so, yeah, so the first one ties, so it goes to you. Well, I am rolling really well tonight. Oh my. Wow. Both tied. So that gives it to you. So you're able to nimbly move to at least grab your weapon as a free interaction in your hand now. Now the question is, what do you do?
I lay in the water and my blood swirls down into the drain.
You're in a shower, Zaz. You're in a shower. Stand up shower. So you've stepped out of the shower area and you grab. Cool. I mean, well, let me just say, you can try to grab your weapon if that's what you're wanting to do. What I'm saying is your ability. They're definitely drunk. They're kind of on point, unfortunately, hitting you. If you want your weapon, you can grab it, or you can escape. The question is, what would Zaz do? I was thinking you were going to go for your weapon.
He is. I mean, and he's going to use his goblin nimble escape to disengage if he has to, so they do not get opportunity attacks on him as he tries to move away.
So you can disengage.
In order to grab the weapon.
I gave you the weapon just as I gave that as because that was you moving.
And I'm totally going to slash at him.
Yeah, so you can pick one of them. And he's sitting right there, either one of them right beside you.
The one that looks the dumbest.
Make me a well, I'd just say pick 10 or 12. They both look the same. They're almost about the same. Okay.
All right. The left one. Here goes.
That's 10. That's 10.
Sweet. And so since there's no map or nothing, I don't highlight anybody. I'm just gonna
No,
roll
you
my
can
dice.
you can in the combat tracker, you can still control click on them in the combat tracker, or you can just drag the
cool.
dice and see, same thing. Just drag the dice and drop it on them in the combat tracker. It does the same thing,
Nice.
like it would with a map.
Nice.
Okay. You hit one. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you have your damage, unless you have any other special. Yeah,
And,
you laid into
since
them.
Since I, you know, I don't see my spells anywhere here, but I do have Divine Smite. I chose my spells and I sent them to you last time.
They should be there. Well, they're up above. No, they're traits. They're not spells. So look right up, if you want to use one of them. There's a magnifying glass.
Divine Smite utilizes a spell slot.
That's fine.
So I just,
Smite. Yeah. So you just check it off, and you could have add that effect. You add that effect before you roll your attack damage. Say the magnifying glass, open it up, and you'll see an effect.
Yep.
Okay. So if you want to use Divine Smite, you're more than welcome to do that. Now, you don't. Oh, whoa, your spells. Whoa, wait a second. You should have spell slots.
Mm-hmm.
What? Hold on, I'm looking at something here. How many spell slots? I think you have 2. Well, hold on. This is just preparation. I think you have 2 spell slots, I think, to start off with.
Yeah, I don't have any spell slots either, Jim.
Okay, 1 second. Why didn't that? Wonderful. Let me check real quick on the Paladin. Paladin spell casting has 2nd level 2. Yes. Okay. So I've added those in. So 1 second, Skarn, I'll take a look at. What in the hell? You sure don't. Okay, now I'm getting pissed because those were there.
Why don't I have any spell slots?
I'm going to make them. Well, something's popped in the crossover. So you have, well, okay, you're a fighter. That's why you don't have spells. Okay, you know what, Mike? Okay, someone mute Mike for a while. Mike's in timeout. Okay. So now, Zaz, are you telling me that when that happened, that you wanted to use your Divine Smitey to waylay this dude? Okay.
Yeah.
So you check off
3 extra D8.
No, it's 2.
Well, it's 2 D8 for
if he's undead. You get an extra D8. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So do me a favor. Check off one of the spell slots that you now have. You just put a little check mark in it. That shows you've used it. No, not click on it. Up above the class trait, there's a little, there you go. Now give me 2 D8. Just take 2 D8 and roll it for me in the chat window. 10 points of damage. You cut him in half.
The original. Yeah. And I'm holding my wounds with my other hand, just staring at the last one that's alive.
Yep.
You get a burn in righteous fury next.
You're gonna hit. He just kind of he does his because he sees his friend's entrails, sitting on the ground there as he's kicking his friend's twitching and all that, and you're gonna play for that. I'm gonna cut you open just like you did my friend. Anything else you want to do, Zaz, before we continue on? That's your attack.
I use my bonus action to disengage and run towards my friend Ella, who saw the interaction but didn't think it was,
Well, she's up above she's a window up above. I'm not sure if Zaz knows that she's watching. So you're still in the back of the court. Now you can start running in your birthday suit out into the street if you want. Okay.
No.
Okay. So, no. You're just, yes, but the disengage, the disengage allows you to run without taking the knock shot. But if you're gonna, are you gonna try to move away from him a little bit, or are you gonna move away 30 feet? Well, he's basically 30 feet and 30 feet, so he can catch up to you.
I wouldn't really do anything.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else, Zaz, before we pass our turns?
Yeah, where do I?
Is Zaz going to yell and scream maybe to alert something that's going on back here, or is he going to take it silently?
Oh, yeah, all right. I'll be like, So you choose death, and I'll say it really loud.
You need to make some ruckus so that would maybe alert your friends that something's going on,
bang.
Zoz. There you go. Now they may not
Bang on the
care,
wall.
but that's beside the point. Okay,
They're
so
hoping
we're
he
back to
dies.
the top of the order now, Pat. You can now make me another insight check at advantage. Because now all of a sudden you think you hear Zoz. That these two are something. There you go, Pat. You now see you see this all of a sudden a flash of weaponry, and one of the Redbrands now is cut in half. You know, basically as his entrails and all that, you know, are spilling on the ground and dies. And then you hear Zoz yell out, you know, these foul things. And you believe that your friend is in trouble, Pat. Unless he's not your friend.
No,
This was Zoz's true.
What would you do? Now you are,
Blood.
you know, second floor, you know, up, you know, in your room.
right. So you got one dying. The other
You definitely
one,
see one dead out there.
yeah. Okay.
But you hear Zoz. You might be able to see the other one as he's staggering back, you know.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of wondering too. I should probably make my way, grab
could
some stuff and make my way downstairs.
You could start, yeah, it'll take you at least another turn to get outside. But you could definitely
Right.
grab your weapon and start heading, and with the dash action and all that, I mean, heading down the stairs and through the family area to try to head out the
Yeah.
back of the building. No problem. I would
Okay.
definitely say that's happening. Same. Okay. So as Pat does that, Scarn, you're in the middle of a tasty cold beverage when you see Pat running down the stairs through the common area, trying to head out the back of the building.
Darting
I don't
out.
know if Pat said anything.
No, just focusing on getting out the door.
Scorn.
What I see them running, I see her running out the door.
You see her running down the stairs and heading out the back area.
I get up and obviously she's moving with more than just a casual walk.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I get up, grab my stuff, and follow her.
Okay. So that'll allow you to get
And look at Granny too and say, "Come on, Gerda, let's go see what's going on."
Gerda's right in the middle of another sip of her hot toddy too. Okay. Ella, so you can make me a perception check at advantage.
Okay. So I turn on advantage and then I roll.
And then roll perception, please. That's correct.
Gotcha.
There you see, look at those rolls. So, okay. So you're going to hear Zoz yelling. You see a dead individual on the ground. You all of a sudden hear banging probably in a room next door or above you, or, depending on where Pat's room was at, but it was next to yours because y'all had the same view almost of crashing as Pat was grabbing items and all of a sudden banging down the stairs. And what would you do?
I'm gonna grab my stuff and I'm gonna run as well.
Okay. So
Run
you're
down
right
after.
behind. Then that'll put you Scarn. We'll then see that here comes Ella also. All right, Gerda. Are you are you gonna pony up, or are you gonna kind of kick back and go, they got it?
I peek into Scarn's mug and see if there's anything left. Is there anything left?
You should know better. You should know better. There's no ale. There's no ale left. I would have drank it on the way if there was.
Apparently not, Gerda,
Dang
unfortunately.
it. God damn it. All right. So I'll get up slowly and try and chug my drink as I'm going out the door.
Okay.
Heading following Scarn.
Okay. So y'all are pushing your way through the back area door to open the door, and you see Zoz giving you the moon. You know, he is all naked. I mean, not Scarn, Zaz. Yeah, Zaz. And Zaz here, this other ruffian, he will try to swing at you. It should swing up. There we go. I am on fire with my dice. Oh, god dang, man. He's popping. All right, Zaz, you are hurting. But he has swung and hit you again. I'm gonna cut you. And he sees your friends coming in. More for the merrier.
Oh, what a dummy.
Yeah.
You're the dummy. Dummy. What are you gonna do, Zaz?
Well, the appropriate thing. He clearly is not contributing to society. Here we go. Oh, I didn't control click on that guy.
That's fine. You can grab the hit, grab that 16 and drop it on him in the combat tracker. And it will show you if it's a hit. And it is. So,
Cool.
Are you going to smite him again, or are you just going to give him regular damage?
I'm going to use my other spell slot.
Okay,
No,
so
I'm
check
not.
off.
Just kidding.
What?
Because I wanted to heal. I needed to heal myself if I live.
Well, you got
Where is
healers
my
with
life
you.
at?
And you got healing points too, so it's up to you.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Uh,
Yeah, I'm just gonna
you're
smite
in the
him.
middle of a fight. You're showing off. Okay, so
Yeah.
I would say, yeah. So you check off the other spell slot. Now, no, don't do that. Don't do that. No.
sorry.
Hold on.
Okay.
So I want you to show you how to use it. So on Divine Smite,
Okay.
there's a magnifying glass. So you can open it up. You're gonna grab that effect and drop it on you in the combat tracker.
Okay.
All right.
Whenever you open it up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, open up you gotta have your character sheet open and hit the magnifying glass, and then you'll see the effect, all that text. Grab that text
Yep.
and drop it on you in the combat tracker. Okay? And not making
looky there.
sense. There you go.
Yeah.
Now, here you have 2 of them targeted still. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Oh, I haven't removed 10. Never mind. He'll go away because I need to remove him. Okay. So now the effect is there. So now you do your damage. Grab your damage die for your rapier and just double click on it since you've got them targeted already, and it will roll the divine smite damage too. See, just like that.
Cool.
Look what happens. And as your friends come bounding through the door, they watch you dissect the other one with a nimble flick of the wrist, and you open him up from stern to chin and watch him try to grab his guts as he's trying to push him back in. No, that's how they go. And he just kind of falls over gurgling. And y'all see that
And in the blood rain.
Zaz is not only has he got, blood dripping off his sword, but apparently he has green blood too all over. He is cut up pretty bad. But they are dead. Just in time for y'all to show up. What do we do?
I'm gonna look like the insane one. Great. Sauce, what did you do?
You could just ask or wait in line. You don't gotta, cut people up to get to the shower.
I start laughing and say, "You made me get up from my drink for what? For this?" I turn back.
I
around
had
and
it
go
under
back in.
control.
Clearly, that cut on your chest looks
For a
kinda
moment.
All right. What are we doing, folks? You've got these 2
Yeah.
dead individuals, and as y'all are doing all that, yes, then here comes Toblin bounding through the back area, go, "What's going on?" And he kind of stops when he sees this mess, and then he kind of turns to, you might want to put some clothes on, please.
I go to put a shirt on and like,
Oh no.
my
So
wound.
and he goes, he goes, oh God, this is just gonna be more trouble. Oh no, what have you he's kind of staring at he's looking at the dead bodies, and he's looking at the goblin, he's looking at, oh no, this is gonna cause problems. Oh gosh, what are we gonna do? We gotta hide the bodies. We can't let oh no, they'll kill everybody in town then. Oh no, what have you done? Oh, and he's kind of,
Don't worry, I got this. I start like rearranging the bodies so they look like they killed each other in the shower.
he's looking at you.
Compromising position.
He goes, get your, he looks at y'all. Stop, just stop. No, hold on. I'll get Barthen and his boys over here real quick, and they can be quickly before any of them. They're usually not up this early. I don't know what these two were doing walking around. Normally they don't come stumbling out of the sleeping giant or to the sleeping giant until late afternoon. This was unfortunate. Oh my gosh, we can't let them see their friends dead. So he goes, let me go get Barthen and I'll be right back. Y'all get yourself inside quickly before anybody else sees anything. Get him dressed. And he points and he runs off. He runs up north toward the provision house. What y'all doing?
Put some clothes on, Zaz, and turn around, and walk into the bar.
The dwarf is one that's single-minded.
I'm like, can you help me with this? As I'm like touching my wound.
He is. Yeah, you have healing potions, or you can, heal by long rest, which will take you through the, if you can get through the day without another fight. It's up to you, Zaz.
Yeah, well, I'm asking Gerda to help.
I can only cast 3 spells. I'm kind of weak.
One of them.
Here's a healing potion. There you go. You can use this.
Okay, so
I'll take your healing potion.
Okay, so on your character sheet, every one of y'all have a healing potion on the bottom of the actions tab down below your trace and your spells and all that. And there's a magnifying glass there too. And if you look, you'll see it says 2D. There's a heal. Grab that 2d4 plus 2 and drag it on yourself in the combat trackers, Oz. And that will be
and then I'll click mine to like use it or whatever?
You check it off in your supplies tab. Okay. If you check it off, you've shown that you've used yours for the moment. But Zaz needs to open up. He can open up his healing potion, and you don't have to use it, but you need to grab the 2d4 plus 2 and drag that onto you in the combat trackers, Oz. And that will do a roll. No? Okay, so on your actions tab, scroll down to the bottom where it says supplies.
Can I drag it onto him?
Yeah, you could drag the 2d4 plus 2.
I mean, the bottom of my actions tab. Hold on, let me change it up.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah. It just has.
Oh, what the hell? What is
class
going
traits,
on?
Racial traits.
God darn it. Yeah, I see it. Some reason you're. Is Pat missing it too? She said,
yes, correct.
No, you've used your healing potion. That's why it's missing, because it's been checked off. So yeah, you can change your view, and if when you check it off, the healing potion disappears. He's missing his completely, so somehow it's fallen off. I will repair it. That's good enough. So, but Gerda gave you, you want to use Gerda's roll anyway, because it's max. Yeah. So, okay, we'll fix that.
That's really nice.
What the hell's going on there? I apologize. Yeah, so you'll have your rations and torches down there also. And so, there we go. Okay, so, well, why did you give yourself the 10, Zaz? What, wait a second.
It didn't auto add it.
Oh, it did. It did. It had already taken it off because he was down to 5 wounds. It was there. And he gave it to himself again. And unless you're going to heal yourself something else, you've still got, Yeah, you're good.
Trying to sneak it in there.
Yeah, I saw.
Did I?
Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, when you rolled it and you dragged it to him, it actually gave him the 10 hit points of healing.
I swear it was already at 5 wounds, so that's why
He was 15 wounds before we got before you gave it to him. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Well then, yeah, I would have just used a healing word or something, but that's fine.
Healing potion, you got it. You're good there. Okay.
Yeah.
So, y'all make your way back in. About that time, also with the commotion going on, and you see Sildar comes running down. He doesn't have any weapons, but he's like, I heard some commotion in the back. Sounded like fighting. And then he sees Zaz, a little worse for the wear. And he goes, oh no, what's happened? He's looking at the group. This is Sildar.
Well,
Two
the
ruffians.
goblin
came at
wasn't
me.
sure how to shower and kind of made a mess.
got it.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay. Oh boy. And he goes, who was in the wrong? He kind of looks at the goblin. What did you do? Oz.
I already said I gutted him.
Yeah, but why did you get in a fight with him?
Who are you, my mom?
He's
I don't answer to you.
he bites his tongue. Boy. You gotta really need some changes around here. And then y'all hear some more commotion, and Barthen, Tobin comes back in with Barthen, and he's looking at the talking, and they're looking, and he goes, I've got the boys. They'll load them up, and they're gonna take them out of just south side of town, and they'll bury him quickly before anybody wakes up. We'll get it handled. But he looks at y'all. Y'all have got to stay out of. You've got to, for whatever you don't start anything with the Redbrands. Please. They've already killed one of us, and who knows of others, and there's just too many of them. We don't need the trouble. Please.
Seems like the Redbrand started something with us.
Maybe someone should show them their comeuppance, but we can't, the moment you leave, they'll just hurt us all. So please try not to do anything to stir them up anymore. Bad enough it is when they come out of the sleeping giant all liquored up from doing whatever they do.
All right, Zaz, you heard him. Next time they attack you, just take it. Just die.
That's not what we're
No,
saying.
ma'am.
That's not what we're saying, but what are we going to do when y'all leave? We can't protect ourselves.
I turn to Scarred and I
Well,
say,
that's pretty pathetic.
Maybe we deal with this.
And Sildar's listed and he goes, well, hold on. Because until there's more happening here, you just can't go killing anybody unless you've got writs or a reason to of the law. And I will have law in this area. The Lord's Alliance will not let this. We can handle this, but I'm waiting on some papers here to give me control of this area. But go killing them, and we'll have to take you into custody. And that is the law. And y'all do know the Lord's Alliance. They're one of the major factions that do control law on the land, and they aren't to be trifled with. Now that's y'all's decision where they want to, but they are one of the major legit factions of the area, and their job is patrolling areas that are outside of the major cities, areas like this, and enforcing the law at a high level without questions asked. So
Nobody
Sildar,
wants anyone running around killing.
Sildar has let you know that he is a member of the Lord's Alliance, and he says, I've had it out with their so-called town master, Harbin Wester, who maybe we should go visit with him and see why he hasn't done anything about the Redbrands. I'm thinking let's go just see what if he has control, it is the law for the moment, and I do mean moments. Then let's see what he wants to do about it. I have my reasons for this, but if y'all don't mind, let's go speak with Harbin, shall we?
Who's Harbin?
He is the town master. He's basically like the mayor of the town.
Oh, right. Okay, sure.
Oh boy. Okay, so where is my Come here.
Gerda is gonna buy 2 more drinks and hand one to Zaz.
Okay. Ella, you got anything? Or Pat, you either one of y'all got anything to add?
No.
Like, we're
Question?
She
taking
likes the idea of
them
getting a
on the
drink.
go.
So.
What's that?
Yeah,
Say it.
she grabs.
Oh, the drink. Go ahead. You got a bunch of drinkers. Huh?
She needs the calories for the fight, so she
True.
gets a
Okay. All right.
and she's set for the journey.
So who's the guy who scolded us for wanting to like fight?
Sildar is the
Sildar?
old man
Okay.
that came in, and he is letting you know that he is a member of the Lord's Alliance.
Okay, so I'm gonna snootily, not snootily, just sort of with a little touch of attitude, say,
Okay.
It's not illegal to carry these out in the public, right? Because I'm a little thirsty. And I'm sure my friends are.
He doesn't even acknowledge that. So he just, he goes, well, he's got one in his hand, but he doesn't take it outside. He basically downs it, and he says, we're going to go back to this deal with this mangy rut of a man, and I'm going to make him eat his own words, I think. I see Dave's mini art. Thought you guys were on. No, sorry, Dave's. We normally stream on Twitch, but we have this group. We have our Friday group, the Serenity RPG group out in the black, streaming here on YouTube as we're trying to bring love
he
to our
didn't want to put
YouTube
us
channel.
on Twitch. He was too afraid to put us on Twitch.
Could well be that too. Too afraid. Smart. It could be smart not to put them on Twitch. We do have our standards over on the Rejects channel. Okay. But apparently they're not very high because I'm still here. So, so anyway, so so he basically is asking y'all to follow him. We're going to go pay a visit to the town master, the so-called town master, and see what he has to say about all this. So y'all follow? I take it?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll follow.
Definitely.
All righty. So we will follow. And guess what, folks? We will come to our putting y'all on a new map. And, come here, Zaz. Zaz. And I need, where is Sildar Dard? 1 second. Goblin arrows.
Sildar that's the guy that we rescued, right?
That's right. Yep. He came in.
That's what I thought.
He came into town with y'all, and he's giving you some ley lands, but he's also about to show you some more. All right. So
Kind of regretting saving him now.
I don't say that out loud.
I hope
him.
not. I hope not. Okay. All righty. I'm not going to put a map. I'm not going to put a mask on the map, but you guys have before you, and we have the town hall. It was lovely, made by a third-party individual, and you see basically it's a nice sturdy stone walled pitched roof, building with a bell tower at the back, As you walk toward the front door, there is a notice board right there by the front, and on it, there's only one notice. And y'all would normally know that notice boards would be like job postings and where, people can go to post where they need, things done, adventures to do stuff. But apparently in Phandalin, there's only one notice. And in common, it reads, reward, orcs near Reverend Tor. Those of a mind to face the orc menace should inquire within. And it's got a town seal that you can kind of see like a logo with a P on it and some type of signature that you have no idea who wrote it. And Sildar, is yellers, while seeing that, he kind of just busts through the door and he just says, follow me. And he just goes in and he goes straight to the back door, to the door that's straight, across in the room, and kind of knocks on it and without waiting for an answer, opens it up and says, thought I would find you asleep. And there's, what do you mean? What do you mean? And you kind of see this man, little pompous, little round, rotund little man, kind of half had pick himself out of this chair behind his desk. Maybe he's got a little drool down the side of his face where he was, apparently sleeping. And he goes, yeah, and Sildar yells at him, says, get up, you pompous fool. You've had already a crime committed in your town, and what are you going to do about it? And Harbin, what do you mean a crime? No one's committed a crime. I would know of such a thing. And he kind of looks back to y'all. Anyone want to tell him what just happened?
Did I just willingly walk into the, yeah, that was my crime that I committed.
You can walk whatever you walk, say whatever you want. Sildar's moved in, and they're kind of standing, they're kind of facing off across the desk, these two. And, like I said, Harbin, he doesn't, there's just a fat little pompous old fool human man. Maybe his hair's kind of definitely thinned, combed one way. Maybe hadn't been washed in a few days. The rest of y'all can, you can freely move about. What you'll see is a look like a workroom, couple of the doors, the rest of the doors are kind of open, but there are definitely, you can tell, you would know, is a holding area in the side. There's some bookcases, and it's what you saw, a door open up. There's some jail cells off to the left. And actually, I'll unlock tokens. You can freely move about. But Harbin in there yelling, but he did look like, yes, an attack has happened under your watch, Harbin. What are you doing about it? He goes, I have no idea what you're talking about. I've had no report of attack. And he looks back to y'all and he says, anyone want to tell him what just happened?
Our goblin friend here was attacked while he was trying to shower.
Who has a friend of a goblin? I don't see no goblin.
I hop over the whatever this is right there.
The reception area that's unmanned. And nothing there. It's just a reception area.
Bar.
Oh, that's a reception area, Zaz. There's no coffee, there's no drink, there's nobody sitting there.
Hi.
You got to go to his office if you're going to say hi to him, Zaz. You're on the other side of the building. It's where Harbin's at.
I knew that.
And the goblin walks through the door and he goes, get that filthy animal out of my town hall.
Yeah, I'm just rummaging through stuff on his desk.
What? He said, quit. I will have you arrested. And Sildar goes, by who? I will have someone do it. I have to call the town elders in. Get that filthy creature out of here. Or I'll have him jailed.
Watch your mouth, Harbin. He's our friend.
I am the law here. You have no jurisdiction here, whoever you are. State your.
Apparently, you don't have much jurisdiction either. Our friend was attacked by some ruffians.
What ruffians? There are no ruffians here.
Well, they're dead now.
What do they look like? These ruffians.
One of them
Drunk
doesn't
and
have
dumb.
legs. The other one doesn't have a torso.
Like your cousins. You look like your cousins.
And you wonder why I have them on YouTube, folks.
Wow.
Any distinguishing features about these individuals?
Red sashes.
Red
Thank
brand.
you. There's the
Red
clue.
brand
They'll get there sooner or later, folks. And he goes,
See,
"What do you-"
Gerda didn't know because all the blood, so it's hard to tell.
He says, you messed with the Redbrands? Why would you do that? They're just mercenaries. They're not that much trouble. Now you've stirred it up. God, geely whiz, darn. Now I'm going to have to placate them. Way
You're
to
right,
go.
they're not much trouble. But this one goblin killed 2 of them.
Well, there are many more, I am afraid. You know, I don't know where they keep coming from, but that is not the point. It is my job to lay down the law. And Sildar goes, not for much longer. And he goes, Arba goes, you have threatened me enough, old man. You and your claims of the alliance and all that, I do not believe. And Sildar just kind of lounges, he ignores him. There's a big chair there, and on the side of the desk, he just kind of sits in it and clocks his feet up on the desk. And he goes, your days are numbered, Harbin. I suggest that you, and he goes, I've none of this with you, old fool. Do not know who you are, and I have not seen your friend Larno in some time. You can leave my office, and that is my word. And if you are a so-called lawmaker and purveyor of it, then you understand that what I said you should know better. And Sildar goes, so be it. Fine. You may be correct in this moment, but I will have the last laugh. And Sildar kind of gives y'all, as you look by, he gives you the wink, kind of nonchalantly. And he goes, I leave you to deal with these folks. They're not as nice as I am. And Sildar just kind of ambles off. You kind of see him making his way back toward the inn. And he goes, enough of that pompous fool. Why are y'all really here? Maybe you're looking for some work? Maybe I can pay. Just leave the Redbrands to me. They are nothing but just a mercenary group. Found their way on the eastern side of town. They may have killed somebody, but I have no proof of it because there's been nobody. And they said, and I did not witness the event that partake in this town square. But that is not the point.
Yeah,
Maybe you saw my sign on the front door.
Nah.
Orc
Get rid of the orc
trouble that
menace.
we have in the region.
Getting rid of the orc menace. How much gold are we offering?
Do you think you can handle the band of orcs that are troubling the Reverend Tor? If you think you can, I will pay 100 gold to any group
Each.
that takes. No, I only have 100. Look at this place. There's only, I barely have that. But it's 100 gold for the
100 gold,
group.
We'll take that contract.
Yeah, throw in
I'm
this
in.
thing, and I'm holding the protractor that's on his desk here.
Okay, so did we say you are interested in that?
Yes.
Oh, now we have something to work with. See, y'all are more reasonable than that old pompous fool. I will give you half now, and the other half when you bring me proof of their demise. And he gets a sack and he plops down and he gives you 50 gold.
What are we talking? Heads,
He
ears,
shows you-
fingers?
He goes, just
For
need proof. And he goes, let me come over here. And he kind of gets out from behind his desk. And he walks over to this, there's a, you know, a little work, you know, a little end table of, you know, crutch, you know, whatever those, I don't know what the hell that thing is, a bench and work area right there, but on the wall is a map of the area. And he goes, let me show you, let me pull this up, because I'm big, you know, on maps. And he says, alrighty. Now you've seen most of the map, and you're gonna zoom in. So he's got an area of the map that kind of, we'll say, more. I'll give you the map. Can I draw on said map? Thank you. No. Oh, it's because I got to unlock it. It's a little bit, it's not of the whole area, but we're going to say it's just kind of the pink area here. And he says, if you follow the Tribor Trail and follow it east, north, northeast and all that, you will soon, before you pass through the mountain region, you will come up to a old ruined town, what used to be known as Connieberry. Nothing more than just a few stones and, you know, dilapidated buildings, nothing much at all. No one, it's just basically a station that people use from time to time to set their campfires as the traveling caravans come in and out of the Desserin Valley, which is the valley area that is on the other side of this mountain region to the east. But he says from there, the Reverend Tor is a prominent feature that if you travel south into the wilderness area from Connieberry, you will come along up and not too often will see basically a crag. It looks like a reverend, kind of shaped, and, you know, looks like a dragon, smaller type version of a dragon. And he says that mountainous region area, which he's going to basically say is this, you know, roughly this is what it's called. That is where he believes the orcs have been rampaging out of. They have attacked and come out of a few caravans that have come out of the Desserin Valley and have harassed some miners that are coming out of the mountain areas. He says he doesn't know where they're at, but he does know that the orcs have been using this area for their operations. That is his clue that he has for you to go upon. And so if you're going to take, he looks at you again before he truly hands the bag of gold. Do I have your word? You're going to take care of this for our town.
I mean, we're talking about just orcs roaming around, and not like an organized band with a orc warlord.
Because I have no idea.
That's okay. Well, maybe we should do some research, because that's a whole different story.
He just says they're orcs that are terrorizing the area, and he needs them gone. They're the ones probably stealing all the goods and trades from the area.
I think Skarn could probably kill him by himself, so yeah, we'll take it.
Right.
Whatever you find is yours. I just want them gone. They're bad for business. If you're going to take it,
I think we got
stolen.
He goes, what? He's not really paying attention to you, Goblin. He's looking at
Cool, I
Skarn.
put the protractor in my pocket.
Protractor. You let me find that in the inventory guide in the D&D manual. Protractor. Okay. All right. So he goes, all right, you have a quest, and I will pay you. And he slaps down and put it in the party sheet. Go to the inventory, and we will give you, come on, 50
it's
gold.
It's like Chekhov's gun, right?
Okay.
The protractor just seems like a thing that's not going to come up ever, but it's actually going to be the thing that kills like the big bad evil guy in the end.
That's right. Okay.
We have to
So
draw a perfect circle.
yeah. So
That's
I just gave y'all gold and split it out between the party. So if you go to your inventory tab, you can now scroll down and you're going to see y'all have various amounts of treasure. Okay. Now the issue is that total amount of coins, silver, gold, and copper, need to equal what you have coins on person, which is above you in your inventory area. You should have something probably in one of your pouches. If you can multitask, this coins on person. So that number next to it needs to equal what all those treasure down below total. So you're going to total up your gold, your silver, and your copper all together. And that's how many total coins you have. And you need to put that as coins on person. That's tracking your coin weight until you decide to get rid of some of your coins. You find a person or way to trade your coins up. You can trade them 10 copper for a single silver, 10 silver for a single gold, 10 gold for platinum.
So
you can color up like you would in Vegas. If you're a Vegas or gambler like I am, you can color up, but you have to go find somebody to do that. Right now, you are carrying all this gold around, or these coins around.
In the treasure column, it says I got 22 gold, 25 silver, 123 copper. That means I need to change my coins of person number to the total of those coins.
That's correct. That is correct.
Dang. It's going to be a lot of weight.
That's the point.
How do I quit my unarmed strike?
What do you mean? How do you quit it? It's already quit. It shows in the inventory tab. It doesn't really need to, but if you go look at your actions tab, Scorn, Mike, if you go up to your actions, look up at the top, you'll see that there's an unarmed strike there. You don't have to equip it. Okay, yeah. That's a quirk and fantasy. I coded it in for you.
It doesn't show up in the combat mode though.
If you unequip it, maybe why. So Gerda, let me see. Inventory. You go to unarmed strike. Yeah, you got to equip it, and then it'll go now to your actions tab, and it'll be sitting there.
Okay.
If you turn it on and off, it takes it off. If it's how you can turn off holding weapons and your shield and your armor and all that. You go from equipped to carried. Yeah. And so Zaz, don't forget to re-equip your shield and your breastplate.
Yeah, I just did that. We don't have to address it now, but there's still a problem because my AC should be higher than 16 with a breastplate and a shield. We don't have to address it now. We can just roll with it the way it is.
It should. It's your dex is turning off, isn't it? No, it's because your breastplate's taking that out, isn't it? Well, you know what? I'll look at it. We'll look at it when we're done. We did with this before. Yeah, what the hell? Okay. And you guys got your arrows all back. I'll give that all back to you. Okay, so so we'll figure your gold weight out while you're messing with that. So Harbin says, he points out to where the orcs are out of the area that you need to look at, and he goes, is there anything else I can help you with? Or I wish you the best of luck. Please report back to me when you are done.
What? He said something about Alarna, right? He didn't know where Alarna was.
He told Sildar, he says, I haven't seen your friend in a couple of weeks now, minimum, quite some time, and I really don't care.
Wow,
that's what he told Sildar.
I don't know what anybody else wants to ask, but I want to ask about Sister Grail.
What about her? What would you like to know?
Well, I saw that she wasn't around. Do you know where she is?
Probably helping the weak and the poor somewhere around here. She seems to want to do that. Who has time for them? I don't know. I certainly don't.
Yeah, clearly you've been busy snacking.
Well, a man's got to eat, and I do like my food. Y'all can show yourselves out the door. I have plenty to do. He kind of starts waddling back behind his desk.
I'm sure you do.
I'm gonna take a swig. Actually, no, never mind. I was gonna leave the mug there, but that's mean to the tavern. I don't want to do that. So,
Anybody else have to say to him, or he is dismissing you by dismissing you without looking at you? He kind of gets behind his desk, starts kind of ruffling through some papers that look like they're kind of stuck together, maybe from his drooling when he fell asleep on them. Ella, you have anything to add to the meeting? You're awful quiet.
God, I think I know. I think we're all set. I'm ready to battle.
You have multiple things before you now. So, but the question is, are you, did any other questions for Harbin, or are we going to leave the Town Master's Hall? And as you're leaving, what are you going to do? What are we doing?
What kind of things does he have sitting on his desk in front of him? Are there like little knickknacks and stuff sitting on his desk?
It looks like papers, and most of it's just office paperwork.
Whatever's closest to me, when I get up from the chair, I'm just gonna knock it off of the desk.
That's fine. It could be an inkwell. You knock it off, it spills it on the ground.
He's just dismissing us like an ass.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, well.
It's watch yourself. Now I have to clean that up. Please take your clumsiness outside. You're paid 50 gold to find the orcs and dispatch with them. Come back when you are done, please.
I start giggling.
Good day to you all. Kind of mutters under his breath. Can't find good hope when you need it.
Scarring the cat, yes.
All right. Unless y'all have anything to add, you're making your way out of the town hall. And you're sitting on the front porch. And all staring at each other.
Roll initiative.
I didn't say that.
wait, we're fighting Harbin? Granny's getting in on this.
This is y'all's show now. What are we doing?
What's
You
over
have
here?
You have multiple. So we're back to let me put you back on the. Oh, you're in the. Well, are you in the? I got you out of the town hall. That was where here. Let me. He's still back in the town hall. Oh my gosh. Let me bring that back up. Did I close that map? Yeah, I did on my side. So
it's
the
fine.
town.
It's fine.
I can show you the town hall. That room is another meeting area. Looks like a more of like a legal area. Maybe when you're, if you were to have lawyers meeting you, and there's but then there's 2 jail cells right there to the north. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
anybody in them?
No, not at all. They're empty.
A quick glance at the desk. Is there anything of
nothing? There's nothing there. No. Couple open law books.
All right.
The dust on them. Yeah. The room most of the room doesn't. The area doesn't like it's been used at all. So, all right. So y'all all head out, and you're back.
Yep.
To a town map. Okay.
We've got 2 quests.
The town hall is right here where y'all are. Really? Can I not? That's the town master hall y'all just came out of, and y'all on the south side of the building. So you have several tasks. What are they, Scarn?
Well, as far as I know, we only have 2. We have to go and get back the supplies for 50 gold, and then clear the orc menace for another 50.
Okay. Scarn is only apparently interested in the money. So
was there also something about looking for? I don't know if we had any like leads on finding Gundren or Alarno.
None whatsoever yet. So Sildar, apparently, you can tell that he's asked so far is that Alarno hasn't been seen, and definitely Harbin doesn't know anything about her care. Gundren, y'all came in, the brothers were here and had already left when y'all by the time y'all got there with Sildar, Gundren's brothers were already gone, and left a message that he should.
Right?
Yeah, the Rockseeker brothers. There's apparently 3 of them, and Gundren was left a message that they told him to just, he had the map. He knew where to find them. They'd be at the entrance, waiting for him. And but that's all they said. See you, Mai. Thanks for hanging out.
So we really don't have. So Sildar doesn't even know where they went?
No, he was with y'all.
Oh, okay, that's okay. Yeah. Well, what do you guys think?
I think I'm still hurt a little.
Do you think we could hire someone to go get the supplies and then take most of the money?
I don't know about that.
I love a job well done, especially when someone else does it.
Well, I guess we're splitting the party.
Splitting the party. Nope.
Yep. Skarn's gonna go fight the orcs by himself.
You got it, Skarn.
No.
Was there like a deadline on the orc thing, or
No.
He didn't mention any deadline. So
Okay.
I'd say
It feels
I'd
like the
say we
supplies
go
are probably
get the
more
supplies
important.
first.
Yeah.
That's what I think. I think we should get the supplies first, and then deal with the orcs.
I agree.
Okay.
So
that
we
what
need
we're-
like a wagon.
You need wagons. Your wagon.
Yeah, we need more than
And more than one. Yeah.
wagon.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. He said there was like 3 wagons worth, I think, if I'm not
There
mistaken.
were several. Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Several. You did say 3, I'm pretty sure.
Multiple wagon loads, sir. Don't work against your DM.
Oh boy.
Anyway, so what are we doing?
So it sounds like we
let's
need
go
multiple
procure
wagons.
some wagons and go do our stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Where are you going to go?
I guess we'd ask one of the store owners where we should get the wagons.
Well, where did you leave your wagon?
At the inn.
Right. No, you forgot the provision house when you first came in Barthen's place. They took your wagon and your ox and stuff, and because they got a barn.
Oh yeah, that place. Yeah.
Yeah, the first big red building on the north side of town that you first came into. Your clues, your insight tells you should probably go there and chat.
Let us go chat then.
Okay. All right.
Do it.
Hey, head back up there. Yeah, and you'll meet Barthen, and he, the boys had just come back with a wagon. That apparently they were washing out with buckets of water because it was apparently very dirty. Dark mud was in it. That's why it looks the water's all dirt and red and looky. They were washing it out. Nobody needs to see anything here. They took the bodies away, okay, in the wagon, okay? Yes. And Barthen looking at y'all, and he goes, he wasn't expecting y'all back. I thought y'all were going to stay out of sight. What is wrong? We don't want any trouble. Please.
No, we're going back to get the supplies for the stores. So we need 3 wagons, please.
To get the supplies. Oh, wow. Well, we can do that. We have some horses and all, and I'll even, if you promise to take care of my boys, then they can go with you to help load and unload the wagons. If you look after them, they're not the adventuring type. Ander, Thistle, come here. And
I got the
boys,
blood of my crew on my hands already. I don't know about protecting your boys.
If you don't need the help, then it's going to take you a lot longer.
No, we need the help.
All right.
We'll take the help.
Okay.
Everyone
Yeah.
dies
Try our
someday.
best.
He goes, good. We will, yes, he will, definitely, need the boys. Yeah. Kind of, actually, they look kind of relieved. That they need a break from the day-to-day operations. What's going on. So how about at this point, we take our little quick break, our normal little intermission, so we can take our bio break and our intermission, and grab a drink, all that other fun stuff. So folks, yeah, watch a little intermission here. Those new to the channel, you'll see our schedule of everything that we've got going on streaming wise between Twitch and YouTube. We'll be back. We'll go over our schedule quick again and everything coming up. We appreciate everybody that's new here to the channel and those hanging out and participating and just watching our gameplay. So stick around and we'll be right back.
No, that's not big enough. No, that's not big enough either. That's more like it. We're delighted to have you with us. To add to your enjoyment, we're all wound up to bowl you over at intermission time with live wire service at our snack bar, where you'll find a tempting variety of favorite foods and beverages. Now it's showtime, folks. And you can be sure it's the best show in town. Your continued patronage is very, very welcome.
Who's setting up shop? We got a cleric paladin who is also setting up shop. We're gonna call our consortium Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. We don't sell hats.
Is we don't sell hats part of the name?
No, I just thought I'd clarify.
I like it better if it was part of the name. Yeah, me too.
Oh,
That would be very funny.
I'm the head of it, so like we could add that to the name.
Yeah, we will then. We're going to have shirts made. I got to get their portraits all put together, and we're going to have merchandise.
Oh my god.
This is going to be awesome.
Praetor's Haberdashery Consortium. Parentheses, we don't sell hats.
I would buy one of those shirts.
It's intermission. Rise and stretch time. Time to refresh yourself and visit our snack bar. Got a yen for hot popcorn? Your favorite soft drinks are sparkling cold. The juicy Frank sizzling hot. There's delicious coffee, freshly brewed, and all kinds of ice cream and candy to tempt you. Showtime will be announced loud and clear to get you back to your car in time. So stretch your legs. Come to the snack bar now.
They don't really apply to level 0 characters.
They don't? Okay. All right. So then I won't grab them. I thought that crit might be that extra one. Okay. So here's the regular damage. Oh, say good night, Francis. Oh, that's Chip. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, Chip.
Suck it, Chip.
Whoops. I thought
me.
I'm sorry, sir. This is a private mountain. But I only wanted it. This mountain is reserved for patrons. But it's a supply depot for all sorts of good things, which people can get at the snack bar. Like soft drinks, candy bars of all kinds, delicious popcorn, and refreshing ice cream treats. But I am a patron. Well, why didn't you say so? Be our guest.
Through and you're kind of at a point where you can't really wedge your way in there anymore. You're like,
Here, boy. Here, boy. Come. Here, boy. You can do it. Come on.
Yes, sir. May I help you? I'd like 2 of those, please. Hot dogs? Yes, sir. And 3 of those, and 1 of those, and 5 bars of these, and a cup of that nice hot liquid. Coffee. Coming right up. Oh, and 2 bags of those peculiar white puffy material. You mean our crunchy popcorn? Shall I wrap that for you, sir? Oh, that's all right. My saucer's just outside. They come from miles to enjoy our intermission.
I'm terribly sorry. Bjorn, you explode, and in your place is a sweet roll.
Nice.
Hello there. Give the demonstration of my new invention, the goodies machine. The machine turns out delicious hot doggies one after the other. And thirst-quenching sodas also. Gives popcorn of the most tasty kind, plain unbuttered. Candy too, crunchy and dandy. Steaming hot coffee and ice cream too. These goodies are at a snack bar just waiting for you.
Private messenger. And do you know how to do that in Facebook? I mean, in Facebook, whatever. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
At least Facebook is still around
Wow.
hundreds of years into the future.
Hey, why mess with a good thing,
Go ahead and
right?
clip that one, guys. And you can send that one to me later, too. Thanks a lot.
As everyone knows, rainbows usually have a treasure at the end. Let's follow this one and see if we can find the pot of gold.
Father, I suppose you've come to claim me treasure.
Well, we'd like to see the gold first.
Ethan, there's better than gold in here, me lad. No, just look here now.
Candy, refreshing soft drinks, popcorn, ice cream. Well, that's some treasure, but anyone can buy luscious treats like these at the snack bar.
You don't tell me. Do you suppose you could get me a job as a snack bar attendant?
Brass knuckles he's wearing, and the creature just.
How did the creature go?
One more time?
What? One more time?
No, that was it.
Like you crave that corn when it's freshly bobbed, you gotta beat it to the box with the butter on the top. Get with it, man. Start strolling down to the sweets that you're rolling, the best in town. Our candy's real gone, if I'm understood. To all you squares, that means the confection is positively delicious. Cork that stuff. Give me 5. Let me send you into this nutty jive. Go, man, go. It ain't very far. Shake it on down to this cool snack bar. Come on, Jill. Give us a treat. A friendly pepper-upper with a tasty beat.
Drink Dr. Pepper, Dr. Pepper, 'cause it never lets you down.
Frosty, man. Frosty.
People, we might be able to take care of that. I
I'm
understand.
gonna sing the doom song now.
Oh, God.
Doom, 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 doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, da doom, da doom. Doom, da doom. Doom, doom, da doom, doom. Da doom, doom. Do da 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 doom, doom, doom. Do da 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 doom, 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 doom. Doomy, doomy, doomy. Doom, doom, doom. The end.
Music to the ears of the hungry. The sizzle of a mouth-watering hamburger. Fresh, lean beef, done to a golden brown. Couched in a soft bun and garnished to taste. Man, that's hunger heaven. And you'll feel like you're heaven sent when you get one at our refreshment stand.
What happened? Let me see. Is there a deception check for a horse? Or does a horse have a... Ooh, it's going for the...
Deception for a horse.
Yeah, a horse has
I
got
love it.
deception. So the horse goes up and you see it. It's looking a brief second. It looks at the plant like maybe, you know, it's something even tastier. But then it sticks out his tongue and it, you know, pulls back, you know, and then it backs up It's got the sugar cube in its mouth, and its eyes go boing, as his eyes just go, and it starts woo, and it starts bucking, and and it just and he was looking at something in his hand, and he is standing up, and he grunts out, "Who the F are you? What are you doing here?"
Housekeeping?
Housekeeping?
Oh my god.
Your attention, please. All new Hotshot electric.
Back to the game.
We're back, folks. Thank you very much for hanging out. I see someone just read, what did I say? Johnny's Game Room. There you go. Yeah, you like the, see, you'll also see the shirt I'm wearing. Matches our intermission. Our old intermission, guys. Let's go back. So, yes, I love those old intermission clips from the drive-throughs, the drive-ins, I mean. That's a long lost art, I think. So many a nights, back in the day, or when you were trying to go to the dirty movies and you got in the trunks of the cars and you sneak in. Okay. So those were the days. Anyway, people older, the other generations going, what the hell is he talking about, man? What? Dirty movies. Just pull them up on the web. That's not how we did it back in the day, folks. We snuck in the trunk. Okay. There we go. Anyway, enough of that. So my understanding is we left off the group speaking with Barthens, and basically, volunteered his sons to go with y'all with the wagons, and y'all are going to take your time, which is going to be several days of travel, plus then loading up and a couple of days back to get the supplies. Unless there's anything else added, that's what's going to happen. And was there any questions before we embark upon that? No. Lots of questions tonight, folks. Lots of questions from the group. I'm going to check one more. I think so.
We know what we want. We know what we want. This group. It's not.
Murder and treasure.
Yeah, exactly.
Not murder and treasure.
Why is my
Righteous
dice
murder.
tower? Where is my dice tower? It still hasn't shown up. I have no idea what the hell. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm a dumbass. It was behind my combat tracker. Okay, I'm a fool. The fool found his dice tower. Okay, so the reason why these rolls mean nothing. Do not worry about what you're seeing in the background. Oh well. Actually, apparently they do now. Okay, so let me come over to images. We're going to have camp night. Isn't that fun? And
Ooh.
yes, we're going to have camping night, and our favorite camping
slumber
map.
Party.
Got slumber party. Yes, we do. Okay.
Under the stars.
All righty, I'm gonna send you a map. We're gonna zoom. You can zoom in on the map. Let me lay this out here real quick. And okay, so we have your first night is about halfway to the hideout that you know where the goods are stored. And you all are sitting in, this is your camp area. So you have 3 wagons with the horses or oxen, whatever variety of beast that are pulling the wagons. And you have the two boys who are just work hands. They are not fighters. Where, if you are camped here, I need to know where the wagons and that such would be kept in the area and where y'all would be around the campfire. So I'm unlocking tokens for the moment. And you're basically, what we're doing is you're setting up camp for the night. What I'd like to know.
All the wagons.
Well, just give me an area. Where do you want them? I'll put some, because we'll just kind of put a box that is kind of like where the wagons and the boys are. Where would you like them?
I think we should put the wagons in a circle around the campfire, and then tie up the oxen and the horses to the wagons on our side so we can see them. You know what I mean? In between us and the fire, or in between the wagons and the fire.
You mean like this? Or you want a circle of it? We can do a circle if you would rather have a circle. We can do a circle.
I want a circle.
Yep.
There's only 3 wagons, so the wagons are about 10 feet each. So they're not going to
make a U. They'll make a U around the fire. They're not going to totally enclose it, but you know what I mean.
Well, but I do understand, but you need to give me where they're at. It is important. So if we so we got like one wagon here, I hate the indicators, or we could just draw. If I do a draw, enter drawing mode, I can draw. There's like one wagon here. You could put a wagon here, wagon here. I don't know how you want to do it.
Just throw the.
Yeah.
What he's saying is just throw the wagon if it's on the top on the bottom. But that's the.
You want it here.
Idea.
You want it here instead. You're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Let me erase this. Okay. Let me get rid of this pointer. And then you've got where your oxen at, where the animals at.
In between the fire, they're in with us. There you go.
Okay. And we'll put some over. Well, we'll put some here. You got several. So you could put some here and some here. Now, where y'all are going to be at is, position the boys. We're going to have the boys. We'll say the boys are kind of here, sleeping kind of under one of the wagons right there. Okay. Because they're not fighters. Now, so we're going to, so now we have 3 watches throughout the night. Okay. And the reason we do this is that you have to get your full 8 hours. You can either say, okay, we're going to take 2 watches. And if you can get through the whole watch, the whole night without interruption, you guys get your long rest. I like to break it up into 3, and that you will do if 2 of the watches back to back, the first and the second, or second and the third, go without incident, I give you your long rest. I'm spreading your odds out a little bit. You have to choose now how we're going to do long rest from now on, because if something happens during one of your long rest and you're interrupted, you don't get the full credit for the long rest, and you're not going to get your healing back and all that. So you have to make a determination with me right now. Would you rather take your chance by doing 2 turns for a watch or doing in 3? If I'm making sense.
I mean, is there any downside to doing 3?
Nope. Other than you got 3. So what happens is that I'm making rolls in the background for wandering monster rolls and all that. That's all. But as long as you can have 2 of the watches go without incident, you get your long rest in the 3 mode. But you're just exposed to more. You're basically, I'm exposing you to more chances for rolling from encounters during the night. But you have the odds in your favor a little bit more that 2 out of the 3 are going to pass, instead of if 1 of the 2 don't pass, you're screwed for the day. So
I like 3s. I like odd numbers.
It's something that I do. I just want to make sure that we choose it as a group. This is how we're going to go forward with long rests from now on. Now,
Okay.
So unless I hear different, where I'm hearing more people thinking 3 is better than 2.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, now,
think so.
then we need to know what your watch orders are at. Who's taking first watch? Who's taking second watch? Who's taking third? So I'm going to say who's taking first watch for your few hours. And if you're going to take watch, where are you positioned on the map while you're watching? And where
Looks
are you
like
looking?
Pat is taking first.
If Pat wants to take
wants
first. Okay. So Pat, you've got first watch. Now the rest of you put yourself around the campfire. I would assume that everybody as normal sleeps around the campfire. So the rest of you put yourself, somewhere in a square, touching the rocks. Okay. Or right by the rocks, roughly, just within the square. I don't think you need to be right in the fire. Okay. Now, Pat, you are going to say, okay, where am I going to position myself to watch the area? And you have to choose for me, please. And when you say this is here, so if you're saying there, you're out in the open, just kind of watching, cold chilling. Okay, fair enough. And what I do is then I do this little roll. And I go, Pat, you were doing your watch and you finally, you get through the watch with no disturbance. So you are now done with your watch, and now you would go back to the campfire, and you're going to now abruptly awake somebody. Who is it that has second watch now?
I'll take second watch.
Okay. Pat gets up, tells you nothing happened. So now where do you go to watch?
I'm going underneath. I'm going to.
That's
go
where the boys
underneath. are at. You said the boys were over in the other one.
No, that's the 5. The 5 squares, the boys. That 5.
Oh.
Okay, that's the boys under that wagon.
Okay, then I'll go underneath this one.
Okay.
So that way I'm not out in the open and just.
Okay, that's exactly what I'm looking for. And where is my trouble? No, leave it to Scorn. Way to go, Scorn.
How is it on me that
on your watch? Way to go. It's not. I'm messing with you. It's so testy. I pick on them. All right, here we go. Where are my? I know I have. That's a story. Phandalin encounters. Found description. Redbrand. No, I don't need that. Okay. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Alrighty, this is nighttime. Alrighty. Oh, the joy of that. Okay. Generate. Oh boy. Okay. You are, and you said you're under the wagon, correct?
Under the wagon, hiding, yeah.
Okay. I need, then I'm going to, unfortunately, I'm going to need a perception check at disadvantage, please. You'll understand why in a second.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to find where it is. Perception check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Oh, man.
And he rolled. I didn't. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Ah, okay. I think you're actually. Okay. Whoa, what the hell? Oh, I don't care about that. One more check. Okay, you are sitting there, and you know it's a fairly quiet night, but then all of a sudden you hear and you hear these screeches coming from somewhere above you, and you're under the wagon, and you're looking out, watching, you know, the terrain and all that, and all of a sudden you see something go whoosh, just kind of fly right by you, and your friends, unfortunately, one of them.
I don't get to warn them even though I see them, Duff?
You were your check was an 11, and one of their rolls was a 22. So their stealth roll. So they got to come in. That's what your check was for. And now you're going to what's going to happen? Actually, Zaz, you were sitting there quietly asleep, and all of a sudden something thumps into you. Bam! And you feel this searing pain in your chest, and you wake up and you see this creature stuck to you, and it looks like this.
Ew, it's stuck to him.
It is stuck to you.
Get off.
It is we call them their hairless, featherless chickens, flying chickens. And it's got this proboscis that is stuck into your chest, and you see it going, and you see your blood coming up the proboscis into its mouth. All of you roll. I grab hold of it. I'm like, all of you roll me initiatives, please. As the rest of you are being dive bombed by these things, except for Skarn, who's under the wagon. That's why you didn't get advantage, because they came from up high. They are flying, Skarn. All righty, let me roll mine now. We will, and we will do our rolling initiative turns. Oh, I am on fire on my rolls. Wow. Okay. Pat, Squall. So you I will lastly ask Zaz and Skarn can now, because Skarn, you hear the thump. And you look over to see this thing stuck to Zaz. Zaz, would you do any, are you going to say anything, ouch, that hurt, leave me alone?
I screamed, and I was like, it's in the bone, and I'm just holding it. I'm like trying to pinch it. No.
There you go. So, Pat, you are rumbled. Normally when this happens, the screaming, I would actually make perception rolls to see if you hear anything, but because y'all are close around the fire, I have no problem with that. So Pat, now you would pick yourself up. Now it's 10 feet to stand up. Now that you're going to see wait a second, hold on, Pat, you don't have dark vision. So Pat's, all you're going to see are creatures. You see right now, actually you can make me perception roll. Well, there's one stuck to Zaz's chest. You do see that one, Pat, and that one is right there. Hold on, let me lock tokens, because you're moving around, so let me put you back where you're at, or roughly that area. It's 10 feet to stand up, and then you see this creature stuck to Zaz as he's screaming, and you're hearing flying, you hear noise up out of the darkness, but all y'all have got is a dying campfire, and so it's giving off light, and it's about a 20-foot radius, and just in your periphery vision you see these creatures, something flying, in and out of the darkness, but the only thing you see right now is the one that's stuck to his chest. What would you do?
Well, don't I still need to roll perception or no?
Not yet. Well, I mean, if you want to roll perception to see if you see anything else, I'll make you roll one at disadvantage, because you don't have dark vision. So that's what I'm saying. You can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
So they're up above your, but you do know there's something up above your head. Multiple ones flying around. You can hear them. They're screeching. Mm-hmm. They found food. Mm-hmm. What would you do in this situation?
Probably swing around my sword.
Okay, so you can move over to Zaz. There's this one's on what you see right now. This one is stuck on him.
Mm-hmm.
to his chest.
Oh, okay. So that's okay. So it's within line of sight. So I'm gonna.
Yes, it's on his chest. Yeah, you can move over to it and stick it if you needed to. Yes. Don't roll
Okay.
a 1.
No, I was. Yeah, I was only asking because at first the token of it was on the other side of him.
Oh,
and
I
thus
just put it
thought I
there.
had
But
to
for
move.
you, it's on Zaz, so you would just have to worry about where his body is in relation to thing. But I can put the
Right.
anywhere. You have reach on the creature if you step over to Zaz 5 more feet.
Mm.
You basically pick yourself up, step over 5 feet, and you could swing at it if that's what you want to do. Yeah, exactly, just like that. Hey, cat,
All right.
you're causing problems too. My cat's not here. Quit. Right. All right, so it's in the combat tracker. It's identified. Don't roll a 1. That'd be a 19. Now you didn't have him targeted, so grab the 19, grab that, or 25 is what it is, and drag it to the creature's token, and that will show you whether you hit or miss.
Oh,
That's
great.
a hit. There you go. So remember, you can control click on the token, and that
Right.
will target it.
Mhm. And
So-
now we got to see how much damage I do.
Well, you gotta
Sorry, I
con-
was
yeah,
trying to close out the other map.
That's fine. Yeah, control click on target the creature first. Make sure it's targeted in your combat tracker.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember that, have your combat tracker.
You
There
got
you
it?
go. Okay.
You see
Yep.
it? Okay. 'Cause I can't
Now
really
you
see
can
it.
do your damage since it is a hit.
Okay.
Now you
Toast,
also
honey, I'm trying to
have
see.
you don't remember you're a rogue, so I was going to say, well, you're going to kill it. You have
Sneak
you would be
attack.
you would be granted sneak attack because they're within you have a friendly 5 feet next to the creature. So just so you remember, but you hit this thing and you basically skewer it with the deft little flick of your wrist. You cut it in half because these are small creatures. Okay, the size of a cat roughly, and this thing blood just splatters all over the place, and it just kind of it's dead on the ground. But you don't see anything else right now. You can hear them. You don't have eyesight, a line of sight on anything else. What do you do?
Right.
Or pass your turn if you're done.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass my turn. Hold on. I keep grabbing for the other mouse. All right.
Okay,
There you go.
Gerda, I believe the same thing's going to be affecting you. You're going to wake up to see something just explode in a bunch of goo with Zaz, but you wake up next to the horse and ox that you're sleeping next to, keeping you warm there. And you can hear things, but you have no sight on them at the moment.
Okay. So I'll stand up and I'm like, what's going on? What's going Pasqua, are you beating up Zaz again? And I'll light a torch.
Okay.
And
there's just
kinda
blood all over me.
Hold up. Yeah, there's just blood everywhere. Oh my god!
That's true.
So I'll
Light a torch is a
realizing-
free interaction. Because you could just
Oh, it's a
grab the
free?
torch
Okay.
and kind of hold it to the embers of the dying fire, and I would allow that to
Okay, yeah,
spark
that's kind of
up.
what I was thinking too.
Okay,
so
that's fine.
Yeah, if that's a free thing, then I'll do that.
That's free interaction. Yeah. And what you do, you're going to see about 15 of. So a torch gives off 20 feet of light and 20 feet of dim light. Okay. So basically, you're going to see, something that would be, in a total radius. Honestly, it's kind of how things are lit up when a full torch is going. 20 feet. And you're going to see floating around in and out of the shadows a mess of these things.
50.
Okay.
Oh, sweet Saluna.
Okay.
Oh no.
And there are two dive bomb. You basically see kind of two that are now they're out of y'all's reach right now because they were dive bombing. Okay, and they're coming, but they are inbound. Okay, and they are coming towards you now. You can. Well, the question is, what would you do? You see some now.
All right. So here's what Gerda does. Gerda snaps into action. She's ready to go. She sees her friend bleeding out on the ground.
Again.
So she's gonna step up, step forward, and she's gonna
slap that thick goblin ass with a healing word.
Sorry. Oh my god.
Boom.
Okay. Nicely
Wait,
done.
did that add the
Nice.
Yep. Oh yeah. You got it. It says down the bottom of the chat window. It shows you. He gave you 6 hit points of healing to Zaz.
Mm-hmm.
No. I was asking if it added the Disciple of Life class.
No, you have to. So you have to grab that extra 2 and drag it onto him also. So if you have it,
okay.
Okay.
It's 3 actually.
3. There you go. That's just you give
Okay,
that to them every
cool.
time. Yep.
So I run by, slap his ass, and then I'm gonna aim up at one that I can see. I guess like that one maybe.
They are
And
roughly
then-
15 to 20 feet above y'all, just inside the periphery of the fire, because before you lit the torch, they were staying outside of the dim light of the campfire. But you've lit a torch now, so you've brightened it up considerably, which allows Pat, you also see them now because of the torch.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame.
Okay. It failed.
God damn it.
That's good. You want it to
All right.
fail. It's a cantrip. So
Oh,
you want
it failed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it failed its save. Yes, it failed its save. There you go. Okay.
Burn in hell, you
Well,
giant mosquito.
Yeah.
This is instant death. When you see that, that means that the creature basically explodes into a pound of goo. So you basically have a fireworks show all of a sudden of this blood and guts go and sprays red mist all over the area.
Okay.
There you go.
I've done 15 feet of movement because 10 to stand up.
Correct.
And then 5 to move forward. So
Correct.
I'm gonna move 5. Can I move past this thing?
What thing? What area? What are you talking about?
Whatever that oxen is. I want to stand next to the boys. Kind of.
They're underneath the wagon.
them.
They're under the wagon.
Oh, okay.
They're under it.
Well,
I don't
I'm gonna
even
step
think
over here anyway.
That's fine. Okay. Yep. That's it.
And I'm done.
Okay, now you guys get the dive bombing. So here they come. Whee! Let's see,
You are having
10.
Way too much fun.
Oh, these things are lots of fun too. We're gonna move the ox out of the way for the moment, so we don't have to worry about them, because they're not worried about oxen blood. Now the issue is, however, is that Skarn is still under the wagon, hasn't had his turn yet, so they don't even know you're there. So everybody else,
Of course not.
there you go. We love this. So we're gonna go around the clock, even though I'm only using one character sheet, but we're gonna start with Zaz again. Zaz is going to get hit twice. First one misses. Second one dive bombs in. Misses. All right. Pat gets 2. Dive bombing in. Hits.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Pat, it's a popper. Okay. So creature number 15, I'm going to put him now that you guys see the air. Also, that is my water. You son of a bitch. That was my water, you damn cat. All right. So I'm going to change the end. So you see the little yellow arrows? Do y'all see that on the map on the tokens? Around each token? Okay. If they're pointed,
the tiny.
yeah, those are called our facing indicators. So basically, wherever the arrow's pointing is kind of helping you show where they're looking. If the indicator's down at the 6 o'clock position, that means it's stuck to somebody. And right now, number 15 is stuck to Pasquale, and you took a little piercing damage. So then we go to number 11. And apparently number 11 is also stuck to Pasquale.
Oh my
All right. 16. Ella.
Uh-oh.
Misses Ella, and 2 for Gerda.
Bring it on.
Miss and oh, Gerda.
Oh
no.
This is gonna hurt. So, all right, number 2. we're going to show is stuck to Gerda. So for these, so how we play this is you can attack them with your regular rolls and all that, how you want to do it, or free interaction, you're able to rip one off because it's an object basically that's stuck to you. And, then, you can use your attack against that. But, because Pat has basically 2 stuck to her right now. And Gerda has 1. So that is all of them as they dive bomb in. And now the rest of them are, though they are not stuck to you, they are within melee range, just so you understand, because they're basically flying around you trying to find their landing spot. So we pick up the action with Ella.
All right, so Gerda
16.
has 1 stuck to her.
Gerda has number 2 stuck to her. So basically you've got 5 feet to move. Number 16 is one that's flying around your head right now.
Okay.
Drink my water. My cat drink my water.
First.
So what are you going to do?
Let me think for a second.
If you move to help Gerda, 16 gets a free shot at you.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking I need to protect myself first. Otherwise, I'm going to get attacked helping somebody else. So now, if it's flying, so it's flying around my head like close, like it's coming.
Yeah, you can swing your weapon at it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll pull out my my sword. I don't have a long sword, do I?
It's just you should have you should have a melee weapon, no doubt. Yeah, your short sword. Yeah.
Short sword. Just have a short sword that's long enough to reach.
Yeah. It's any creature that's within 5 feet of you or 1 square, any weapon you have melee can hit, no matter what size it is, even a dagger. Okay. So.
Okay. All right. So I roll for
So you're going to target. You're going to control click on that token. You hold your control key down and control click so it targets that creature. And then you'll now attack it. You roll your short sword, just roll the dice, click on that dice symbol or the +6 or 4, whatever it is. You click on it and it should do the roll, or double click, I should say.
Is it selected? Because it says 5 over it. I think it's 5 feet. I don't think I did it right.
So you've targeted 16 correctly. So now you open up go to your actions tab.
Okay.
Okay. Your short sword is only one-handed, so let me make sure to do that right. So then you just click the +6. It's next to short sword. It's been a while. We've had a couple weeks off. Okay. You hit. So now you do the damage.
I was laughing at the cat. The tail was just like straight.
So now the 1d6 +4. There you go. Okay. So that's all. There's your attack. Boom. You kill it. Now, so you still have movement, and I also want y'all to not forget that you still have your unarmed strike. So, or your offhanded dagger attack. If you forego your reactions, you're able to do as long as you in D&D you have your offhand attack weapon. So, if you're not carrying a shield, which is a dagger, and so you're allowed to swing a dagger attack too. You just don't get the plus damage. So like a dagger has 1d4 +4 damage or whatever you're at modern. You don't get the plus damage, but you're able to, if you want to. And a lot of people in this instance, they would move over to Gerda and they would try to use their dagger to spear the one that's on her. That's up to you, Ella, or you can choose to do something else.
No, yeah, because I wanted to do that in the first place, but I had to protect myself. So so I can do that now. Yeah. Okay, great. So
you basically move your 5 feet toward Gerda. That's right. And then you're going to control click on that. The creature number 2 is the one that's stuck to her. And no in-game monitoring there, Zaz. You can't ask that question. Tisk. If you want to know, open up the party sheet. The 3. If you want to know what people look like, the party sheet on the upper right-hand corner of Fantasy Grounds. You click on the 3 little symbol, you can open the party sheet and you can see stuff about everybody in the party sheet. Oh, well, it's not your turn yet then, Zaz. Shh. Zaz. The goblin is just trouble. Pure trouble. Okay. Okay, so now you've got him targeted. So now take your dagger attack, your handed dagger attack, and see if you swing with your dagger and hit him.
Okay.
Unfortunately, you will miss.
Oh, shoot. Sorry, Gerda.
And since you've used
It's
your
okay,
inspiration,
dear.
okay,
Thanks for trying.
that unless you have any other movement, but that is your turn, Ella. You may pass it. Okay. Scarn. All this now you know that something's up.
Yep.
So you can
rolling out from underneath the wagon and
Yep.
quickly standing up. Boom, and I'm right here beside
Yep.
Zaz the Wretch, and I am going to go ahead and control click on that one, and
Correct.
I'm gonna whack at him with my battle axe.
Please do.
I'll
That'd
take
be
that.
hit. Yes, you will.
But I won't take that. Oh, I still killed him.
No, you
Nice.
kill them. Yeah, these things are small creatures. Okay, so you're fairly certain it doesn't take much, and you're finding out it doesn't take much to kill these things. They're more nuisance than anything else. Okay, and so that
The
thing.
rest of my movement, I'm gonna move down to Gerda.
Okay, now you have, unless you have a shield.
Yeah, I have my shield. I have a shield.
If you have a shield, and then you're not allowed to use your offhand attack. Okay, that's your turn. Okay, thank you. Just making sure.
What about a shield? What about a shield bash?
You have to have the feat, the ability to do that. There is the ability to do it, but you have to take it. Yeah. Okay, Zaz. Now you going to yell out to Gerda?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was in character or whatnot. If I fire a ranged weapon while I'm being threatened, is that something?
So is they're within 5 feet of you, you do that at disadvantage.
Ah, okay.
Because they're in close.
Yeah, I'll grab a no, and then I'm going to turn and slash at the one that's above Pat.
Okay, so 15 is the one above Pat is stuck on Pat right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
return the
swing at the
favor
one. That's fine.
and cover her in blood.
Okay, so if you roll a 1, you strike her.
I never
Or
roll
him.
ones.
Roll a 1. We want in-house fighting. Strike, strike, strike.
Don't do
Is that a
it.
cat butt that we're seeing? Well, we do. That's a miss.
Use my
Inspiration.
to
You
reroll
may.
that.
You may.
And
Okay.
help me. How do I use that again?
So just in the upper,
In the
the
character
inspiration in the upper, you just uncheck it. In the upper, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the exact opposite of spells. Okay, and then re-roll your attack. Yeah.
Boom.
There you go.
There we go.
That's a hit, and do your damage.
Minimum
Okay.
damage.
Yep. Yep. You splattered it. You bet you killed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. He's smaller than me. Just kidding.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's very much smaller. Okay, that's it. Unless you've got now you don't have a shield. No, you do have a shield, so you can't.
I do have a shield.
Right. Yeah. If you're So okay. So that
That's my
is
turn. I'm gonna pass it on.
pass our turn. This is a small fight. I'm not. This tactics are not too big an issue in this fight. Unless y'all want to re-roll initiative again, I'm just going to stay in order right now. I want us to be able to change initiative on the bigger fights. So you have to think about what your tactics are as y'all are fighting. But these are just little bats floating around you, causing problems.
Just
so
little bird bats that almost have 2 of our players killed. That's all.
that's all.
That's all.
That's all. No
Pat?
worries.
What do you want to do?
I guess I still got one stuck on me, right?
No, he killed it. No, I thought he
Oh,
did.
he did kill it?
Yeah, he killed the one that was
Well, I
stuck to
thought
you.
there was 2 on me.
Oh, there's 2 on you. That is correct. Thank you. There, the down indicator. So you have 1 stuck to you right now. So what do you want to do? You can pull it off and then swing at it. Because it is trying to suck the life force out of you.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Let me
Okay, so basically you're doing batter up. You basically pull this thing off of it, you throw it up in the air, and you're going batter up, and you're swinging your sword, I'm assuming.
Yes. Did I can't see whether I
So you control,
did the control on it.
you have to, combat tracker. So you hold your control D count and double click on the token number 11.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but I
There
just
you
didn't know if it
do it
worked
again.
or not.
It was, but you try click again. You did it. It was selected. There you go. It is now targeted.
Cool.
If you have your combat tracker open, it'll show you.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
You missed. No. You missed, Pat.
Of course I did. Okay.
Well, now you still have your dagger. If you would like to try to poke it with a dagger on your... Okay.
Don't fumble, or you do this.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Pat, yes, Pat is still got sleepies in the eyes, because Pat missed both the dagger and the sword attack. That's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
At least you didn't. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
At least you didn't.
You didn't hit it well. She
Hurt
pulled
yourself.
it. Pat pulled it off. Yeah, exactly. Punched it. That'd be kind of funny. Gerda, you.
All right.
You have one stuck to you.
Yes, I do.
You may try the
right
same
in the
maneuver.
liver. I need that. I
Okay.
need that liver. God damn it! All right.
Okay.
Let's see.
What?
Because
Okay.
I'm so self-sacrificing. First thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on my good friend Pasquale.
Okay.
He's looking a little rough, so.
You may.
And boop.
Better than nothing. Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
I got you. And then, so the thing stuck to me. So
Yes.
can I use Sacred Flame on it? And it shouldn't
Yeah.
have that good of a deck save because it's not moving,
you hold it. Yeah, just kind of stuck to you. Just hold your hand above it. Yeah.
I think it's this one that I'm. Whoops. So then.
Okay. Yep.
Boom.
It failed its save. That's what you want.
Eat shit.
You blow it off your chest too. It drops into the
All
fire.
Dust
Okay.
myself off.
All righty. That's your turn. All right. So number 11 is still stuck. No, Pat ripped it off. So it is now flying. So it's going to try to come back in to re-stick itself to Pat. And it does. And it gives more point. So it's back. It came back around. It was pissed. It's kind of mocking you, Pasquale, because you couldn't hit it out of the air. It stuck at you. Gerda, this one's it's going after you. Oh, it misses. And last but not least, one on Zaz. Tries to dive bomb and misses Zaz. All right, Ella.
All right. You said that it missed Gerda, so it's just flying around above us.
It's flying around our heads right now. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The boys are under the wagon, so they're just, you can move around her to get to that thing if that's what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, I was trying to decide like where I was in relation to this thing.
You're
that
just
was
on the other
flying.
side of it. It's kind of above her head. You just need to move. Just move to
Okay.
you just need to move to the side of Gerda. Right here, just to get over, so you're not swinging through Gerda to get to it.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So am I in a good place? I can take a swing
Yep.
at it now?
Mhm. Yes, you can.
Okay.
Ooh, almost a 20. But you didn't have it targeted. So grab the 20 and drag and drop it on the token. It's okay. If you miss, that's all right. You still drag the 20 and drag and drop it on the token on the map, and it will tell you if that's a hit or not.
Okay.
Or on the combat tracker, either one. But you have to drag it to that creature that you just tried to swing at. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I grab it out of the chat box and just
So
drop
yeah,
it on
you
the
grab that
creature.
20, you grab that total and drag that number to the token either on the map or on the combat tracker for creature number 17. Either one of them, and let it go, and it will show you whether it hit or not.
Okay. Oh, there we go. I didn't quite have it the first time. There we
There
go.
it's up.
Should work
Okay.
now.
That will show you that's a hit. Now, don't forget, control click on the creature. Now give it its damage.
Okay.
And it'll do it automatically for you. Okay. There you go. So now that so basically you hit it so hard is that now you've just bloated up all over Gerda. So she's now wearing the creature's guts all over.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
it was a big spray of blood and guts everywhere all over Gerda. Okay, but other than
What
that,
Duff isn't telling us is this is the 1-2 punch for land sharks that are attracted to all the blood that are covered.
exactly what's happening now with all the commotion. Don't get me all worked up. Okay, anything else, Ella, or are you done?
Okay, I can't take another shot,
You can still,
right?
well, you can't if you had something close with you, a dagger. You started with the melee weapon, so you can only use a melee weapon. You can't switch to your bow because that's a whole different action. But you still have movement if you wanted to try to move. You still got 25 feet of movement if
Yeah.
you were trying to go somewhere.
Okay, so I can move over to Pasquale.
Uh-huh. Yep, you just
said
grab your token and
25 feet, right?
you got 5 squares you can basically move. You just drag your token to where there you go. Okay. That's your turn.
Okay.
Skarn. Same thing for you. Moves up. It's floating above Zaz.
Swinga.
Bada swing, miss bada. Now you have inspiration too.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Screw it.
There's your hit. Instant death on that. Same thing. Zaz has it just covering him now. Blood and guts. Goo all over Zaz as you.
I think I still got movement left.
25, 5, 10. No, that was 25 was your movement. So,
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. Okay. Zaz, you wipe the goo out of your eyes and you see number 11 is stuck to Pasquale. Again. That would be a miss. Now, you still have your dagger if you want to try to do the offhand.
No, I don't. I just got the shield.
Oh, that's shield. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Pass your turn. Unless you're going to move somewhere.
Looking at her. Oh, never mind. My lay on hands isn't a full action. I'll pass my turn. And
okay.
Yep.
Pat, back to you. Once again, what are you going to do?
I guess
We
the
seem
only thing
to-
I could do is try and pull him off and stab him again.
Pull them off, throw them up in the air and say, 4, and batter up.
Mm-hmm.
There's the
There we
hit.
go. Yeah.
She connects, or he connects.
All right.
Bam. You knock it, cut it in 2 as it flops to the ground. And then, y'all listen, you wait, you're panting, looking around, wiping the blood off of you, listening to see if there are any more around, and you do not hear anything. It seems back to have gone quiet. The animals calm down because they do not sense anything either. So,
Not even 5 minutes away from town. Shower. Pointless.
I'm glad I didn't take one. That would have been a waste.
okay, so okay, ooh. So we're back to the last watch. So you can reposition yourselves as you've only had one successful You still need one more. So who's taking the third watch now?
I'll take the last one. I get up at 3 a.m. anyway. It's fine.
You can get up at 3
Okay.
a.m. to go pee.
That's right. That's true. Yeah, I don't lie. Okay.
So I'm gonna walk like a perimeter check.
You could walk. I would pick a spot. It would be. I would pick an area that you stop, but you go through the area. You do your walk, your patrol and all that, and the rest of the night into the early morning, y'all are not disturbed. And so for that, you are given a long rest.
Yay!
Okay?
Yes.
There you go. Okay. So
Is
the
that
morning
me? I get
rise.
all my spells back?
Yep, that's what happens. Well, you don't get any spells, punk. So, hey,
Wow.
Okay.
I fall for it every time.
I know. He looked up in the camera too, like he was going to look at his monitor. Like, do I really get those back and all that? Just sit back in that chair. What? Okay. All right.
Yeah, cast punch.
Yeah. Cass, go back to sleep under the wagon. Just leave him there. Y'all leave, and he's still sleeping. Okay. All right. All right. So the morning rises. You get everything put back together, and you journey. And take some time and all that, because if you remember correctly, the wagon needed some help to get the supplies. You didn't have a really good way to get the wagon all the way up there. They seem to have the only thing you can guess is that they used the goblins, the bugbears did, to get the goblins to lift that up. All that stuff up there. So takes y'all some time, clear a path. You get the wagons up there, and the boys help y'all, and you're able to load it all up. This is now 2 days. It's the end of the day. So you're going to take a day in the cavern, and I'm not worried about anything really. I'll roll something here, but
He's not worried about it, but he'll roll something.
I'm going to roll just in case. You got one of, so well, what I'm looking for is an 18, 19, or 20 on the rolls, or a wandering monster. On that one, I wanted both to be played out. I got a 17 and a 20. So you guys almost got popped that night in the cave, but you did not. So we turn around, and now our fourth day is back to traveling, and we need to see, do we have no daytime monsters? So we get to our campsite again, and look at this, you find your campsite. Wow, it's the same spot where y'all came in, and and we're going to reset up. Yep, same configuration. And who's got first watch?
I'll take first.
Pat?
I haven't gone yet.
Ella's going to take first watch? Okay.
That's true.
Okay, that's fine. All righty. And where would you position yourself at, Ella, as you're walking around? It matters.
Well, would Granny be back by the fire?
Yeah, Granny's back. Yeah, I'll move Granny back. Yeah, Granny needs to come back. Okay.
Okay.
Yep, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. Now,
I'm gonna go.
you can put yourself anywhere. That's just trying to get y'all used to understanding that you're gonna, when you're watching something, you've got to be somewhere, kind of looking over everybody. Okay. You go through the first part of the watch, and nothing happens. So who's got second?
I'll take second.
Okay. Go back to your campfire, Ella, and Skarn goes and does his thing. You're going to get under the wagons again, or are you going to go somewhere else this time?
I'm going to go up on top of one of the wagons. I'm
Okay.
gonna sit in the driver's seat.
Okay. Nothing happens. All righty. And third watch is Zaz. Okay. I saw that. I'll take third, Zaz, Granny. Oh, Zaz and Granny. Okay. Anyway, whoever takes it.
Granny's on it.
You're good. Okay. So you get them up, you get traveling back in, and you get the wagons loaded all up, the boys, and you head back, and it takes you a good bit of the day and time, and day number 5 into 6, and you're back to Phandalin with the supplies.
The booty.
All right, give us our 50 gold.
Nicely done. Well, hold on, I'm not ready yet. Come on, man. Golly, man. It's all about the money.
50 gold.
So, alrighty. There we so back to Phandalin. You know the map, and you pull in, and Barthen, we're probably gonna say it's somewhere mid-afternoon when y'all get in, okay, from the timing and all that. And you come in, Barthen notices that y'all are there. The boys rush to him and they tell him about all the excitement they had the first night. The rest of the trip was boring. The first night was cool because these flying chickens that didn't have feathers, attacking, and they stuck and they suck blood, and Barthen's listening to it, and he goes, yeah, he's when that's why I had them with y'all, keep y'all out of harm's way. And he sees all that, and he points to the boy, and they look through all the stuff, and they said 50 gold, or did they only say 15 gold?
50.
50 each.
Oh, I know they didn't say 50 each. Keep trying there.
We all remember
folks.
that, right, guys?
Keep trying. Okay. No, so he's got his half, and he pulls out definitely looking through some of his old lists, because there's some other stuff here that belong, there are other caravans, and so he's going to pull some of it out, what he thinks are trade goods, not some adventuring supplies and all that. And he will pony up, and he will put you 25 gold. Okay, so I put that in the party sheet for the moment. And then he says, thank you very much. Well done. Finish up and with Lenine, and I will meet y'all at the Stonehill, and I will dinner and drinks. A first round of drinks are on me for thanking, as thanks for doing this for the town, because this really helps. Dealing with everything that's going on. But he does warn, he goes, there has been a little bit of trouble while y'all have been gone. So get to the line shield quickly and get back with the stuff, and we'll fill you in on what's happened. And he gets the boys, and he says, y'all get in there and get cleaned up. Your mother wants to see you. So she's been worried senseless since I let y'all go. Trust me, I've paid for it. Over and over every night as she yells at me. So, and the boys go, oh no, I don't care. So he goes back inside his house, and he's just basically, like I said, he said, y'all get down to the line shield and then get back to Stonehill as soon as you can. So what do we do? Y'all gonna do that?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have time to take a shower? I still got some of this nasty mosquito shit on
If
me.
you want to leave, if you're going to leave the group to go on into the Stonehill, you can leave them and go on in if you want. Or
I mean, it worked out last time, so.
You tell me, are you leaving the group? You want to go back? You want to leave them to go to the group?
Nah, I'll wait.
Leave the
I'll
group,
wait.
Gerda.
All right. So you go down to the line shield, and Lenine, as always, is in the window looking at stuff and cleaning up, and she sees y'all coming, and you just see she recognizes the goods, and she lights up too. And she gives you the other 25 and has y'all come around back and helps unloads. Even a woman of a little bit, not an elderly woman, but she definitely, is fit for her age.
Lair.
And she thanks
This
y'all
is the
very
base
much.
layer. Top.
And boom, she rewards you, and she says, I will get cleaned up myself. This is a little bit of celebration. We'll get to the Stonehill and have a round of drinks on me.
Oh, hell yeah, now you're talking.
Okay. All right. So y'all do that. Finish supplies up. We headed back to Stonehill.
Yeah.
Okay. You get in there, and you're going to walk in, and you see people chatting. A couple people come in. They saw y'all, coming through town, and they're talking and pointing, and you see smiles, and you see them. And Toblin says, get to your rooms. We left them there. Clean up. You know where the shower's at, but just be quick about it. You might want to kind of go together just in case, but there's been some trouble with the Redbrands from what happened, and they are on the lookout. They're missing 2 of their own, and they are looking for blood, and they had heard and knew that y'all were in town, and they're thinking, seeing y'all, they're going to want to know who y'all are Harbin may have said something to them. So
Whoever wants to know, I can take them to 4 graves,
Yeah.
one for each half of them.
Sildar, so you see Sildar in a corner over there, and he motions for y'all to go get cleaned up. And he points to them to put the drinks around him. And he says, be quick about it if you can. There's plenty has happened here now. And I will wait to fill you in and see what else we can do here. So unless y'all have any other questions, y'all can go clean up and get the road, the smell and dirt of the road off of you, and the blood and the goo, all the lovely fun stuff. And you come back down and, your nice, your common clothes, and they've got hot food for you, and they got cold ale or milk for Granny.
Milk for Granny.
Well,
better be fermented. That's all I'm saying.
They got plenty of, they got food. And so, and there's a few more people come in, and then they're pointing and talking and whispering. And the boys there, Pip is wanting to come hang out with y'all and all. And he, Mom grabs him by the cuff and says, "I don't think so, young man." And he goes, no. And he runs, so you hear that going on in the background again. And Sildar motions for y'all and sits down. He says, "Well, eat your food and let me fill you in while you're eating and drinking." And he says, "As I promised that pompous ass, the papers came in 2 days ago," and he has a scroll that he rolls out for you, and it has the Lord's Alliance seals all over it. And it is signed by multiple people and some names, though you've heard of some of these names, but basically it is the proper paperwork. And Sildar tells you that he is now taking control of his town. And as far as a governance standpoint and, security, basically the law. And he has retired Harbin to his house. And Harbin, pumped and circumvented, but Sildar, and you see that he has a simple sword that he got from the Lion Shield that he pats, and he basically says, "I let Harbin know that if he wanted to contest the Lord's Alliance edict, that he was more than happy to meet me in the town square, and we would have dueled, and I could have dispatched him of his life. And I have the town elders here that basically have validated what my paperwork says, also with the help of Darren Edermath, which I don't know if y'all went and visited the apple orchard dude up north. Can't remember if y'all visited him or not. I don't think so yet. Okay.
No.
So he tells you that there's a retired adventurer that is known to the area a little bit, and he's a member of the Order of Gauntlet, which is another devout group that protects areas from evildoers and things like that. They don't like work against each other, the Gauntlet and the Lord's Alliance, but they're a little bit more religious.
Your son's bored.
So, but he says, with the help of Darren and all that, validating what I did, Harbin no longer speaks for the town or runs the town. However, we do have problems in that the Redbrands are something that we're going to have to deal with. And if you seeing that y'all are quite capable of handling yourselves, I have a proposition for y'all to speak to basically, if you're interested in working for me in the town, I'm willing to pay you a weekly stipend of money.
Full time?
Yes. Basically, he says he understands that he believes that Harbin wasn't lying when he was talking about the orcs. I've had a couple of other miners talking that we've had a couple of things happen. The miners have talked about a couple of caravans that came through. We're talking about orc harassment, and they were able to outrun them. But there's also miners are talking about just south of Connieberry. Also, there's something called the Old Owl Well. It's not on a map, but the miners say that it is there. It's an old well house area, an old tower and several miners saying that they're undead. I'm not quite certain that I believe them, but they said that undead came at them at night and ran them off. And so I'm having a bit of a hard time believing that, but if you have an interest, I would like to ask that y'all take a look into that also, of what's going on
Absolutely.
up there.
Yes.
Now, he says we also have to deal with this Redbrand problem. And there are, I'm not getting a true lay of the land because I believe Harbin has said something to them and they are on the lookout for y'all. And are itching for trouble. And their numbers seem to be growing, but I don't know where the hell they're coming from. Because normally I can hear and smell them at the Sleeping Giant, and he points his fingers toward east, toward the mansion area, but he says along that road that goes up toward the dilapidated manor is an old rundown tap house that is run by a surly female dwarf by the name of Grista. And I think she's female, but sometimes you can't tell with the males or females which ones are what, unless you look at the plumbing because of their beards. But she sounds female to me, so I'm going with that. No offense to you, dwarf, but one of your ancient kindred up there running this and puts up with the Redbrands.
Gerda, is Skarn a male or female name?
My clan, the women don't have beards.
So he looks at, he tells you, so we're going to, and I say we, he's looking at you. He says, I'm, hiring you as your deputies and law abiding, the holders, that you are my strong arm. And so whatever I approve of and validate when writing by writ, I can safely tell you that you won't be prosecuted or sentenced or even tried for any types of killings by chance that take place while you were under my command. And people are kind of listening to this a little bit on and off, and you hear whispering and they're pointing, and some look worried, other ones kind of look relieved. And but yeah, that you have found out that Sildar has dispatched Harbin from the post, and now he tells you that he has taken over the office, and he's got his what very little supplies that he has, but he is now sleeping there, and he would definitely ask y'all to help out with that. He still wants some help, and looking out or keeping your eyes and ears open for clues, because he wants the Redbrands handled, but he's still trying to, he doesn't know if maybe the Redbrands killed his friend Alarno. And he's had no luck finding him, and nobody has seen Alarno for a while. And the same thing with the Rockseeker brothers, that the word came in from one of the miners that they ran into them as they were traveling down out of the mountains east of town here. And basically the Rockseeker said, just tell Gundren that we are waiting for him on our campsite and to hurry his ass up. We haven't got weeks to get in here. We want to get this cave open back up or find out what this complex was, because we need it for our clan. And where the hell is he? And so, and he's not willing to, he did not tell them and reveal them that what happened to Gundren. So he didn't want his brothers worrying. He says, any other questions you can come to me about, but that, is what he mentioned to. And then he looks to you, Gerda, and he says, and by chance, if you want to visit with Sister Grail, she came back in a little worse for wear and all that, but knowing that you are sisters of faith, that you might, if you ever wanted to check in with her, I did see her yesterday.
All right, good to know. Thank you.
Any questions?
The way I see it is, Gerda and I could lead the charge against the undead. Skarn and Pasquale could lead the charge against these Redbrands. Or I'd say Skarn and Ella could even lead the charge against the orcs. Skarn would be also will to lead against or finding. Actually, Skarn and Pasquale are finding the missing. Was it another dwarf? Did I hear right?
So there's a dwarf, an old female dwarf named Gerda, Grista. Sorry, Gerda.
Yeah, Krista.
The G's
Got
are
two
getting me.
Gerdas now.
The G's. Grista is a surly female dwarf that runs this rundown old ass butt in the hole tap house called the Sleepy Giant. And he says, you don't have a map, but he's going to let you know. You could go down if you visit in the town map. It's this house right there on the Phandalin map. That's okay. But his concern right now is, well, he's going to let it to y'all. You've got a couple of things before you. He wants you to still look about town and see what else you can come up with. If anything, you're basically, in charge of security and reporting to him. Town master. I was going to say, what did we... Okay, so Sildar encourages the character, so he wants you to, yes, help out with that. He's also, out and about in the area, is making sure that the goblins that you've run into, and that we've put them to bed. So any and all things that could be concerning the goblins that were running that campsite in the Hobgoblin where you rescued him from, we need to take care of them also. He is offering you 500 gold pieces from the Lord's Alliance for this, is to help with defeating off all the evil in the area, and that there's possibly even more goblins. Where you find some goblin, there's got to be more. And y'all kind of know that because they were being led by a hobgoblin, and he had orders to send Gundren somewhere else, but you don't know where that was, where that is yet. So you do have
What does he
those.
define as evil in the area? Are we just talking about the goblins, or are we talking about?
He's also talking about, you've got orcs, you've got apparently there's to keep chatting with some of the other people in town. He says, there's still more locals to chat with to see what's going on. You heard something about undead, but he hasn't quite validated that. But apparently there's rumors coming out that there's undead somewhere up there in the area. And the Redbrands and Barthen and Toblin will basically overhearing this, and when they're coming in, and he says that the Redbrands are doing more than just trying to shake us down. And now with the death of their friends, we feel it's going to be even worse. And,
Okay. So I think the first thing we need to do then is probably ask around town about the Redbrands, if anybody's seen Gundren, and just kind of get a feel for what's going on.
Yeah, I'd like to make our way to where he was last seen, but asking people information on the way there.
Yeah.
Who was last seen?
The Gundren guy.
Well, Gundren was kidnapped on the road. He was the one. He was with Sildar,
anyways.
So Sildar's going to say, Gundren was with him. So the Rockseeker brothers, his brothers were here, but they long left town. Nobody knows where they're at. And a miner had seen them to deliver messages to tell Gundren to get his ass moving. So Sildar will tell you those things. He says, if there's a couple other town elders that y'all haven't met, and he mentioned one of them, which was Darren Ettermath, who was a farm. He basically has a apple orchard northwest of the town area, and y'all have seen some of that in the trees up there, northwest area. You could speak with him, and if you want to know more about the miners and everything that they do, then that is who you want to talk to, is Halia Thornton. She runs the Miners Exchange here, which is basically where the miners bring all their ore and stuff that they found, and they turn it in for cold hard cash. and she is where you can go if you want to trade in your coins. So if you have, 10 copper and want to get a silver piece, she is where you're going to go. She's kind of like the banker part. She's got moolah. And and Sildar will tell you, he does, though I haven't really had much to speak with her. I have met her. I do find it interesting that the Redbrands, knowing that there's money there, why don't they mess with her? And that is where we'll end it for the night.
All right.
Boom. Okay. All right. A ton of stuff before you now, folks. Group, you have a lot on your plate. Good job. Glad we're back.
Thank you.
Okay. So my understanding is that we're all going to reconvene again in 7 days' time on the 24th. Correct?
Yes. Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. Well, folks, I believe that is where we call it quits for the night. Thank you, everybody who was hanging out, and any new viewers, subscribers. We appreciate it. And with that being said, the rest of y'all, the group here, have a rest of your safe for your week and weekend. And we'll be back here next Wednesday, folks. So take care. We'll see you later.
See ya.
Later.
Your squad is ready for you to lead them through. With Johnny 7 OMA, you charge. Fire grenade. Bullseye for Johnny 7. Watch out, tank. Fire anti-armor shell. Fire anti-tank rocket. Johnny 7's got him on the run. Johnny 7 fires bullets like a rifle. Fires like a Tommy gun. Now it's a cap-firing pistol. You've won with Johnny 7, the one-man army gun. It's 7 guns in one. Let's count them. 1 is a grenade launcher. 2 anti-armor gun. 3 anti-tank gun. 4 bullet-firing rifle. 5 Tommy gun. 6 anti-bunker gun. 7 cap-firing pistol. There's no other gun like it. To be sure, look for Johnny 7 OMA, the one-man army by Topper.